negative there.
We're seeing the final fist bumps for the players. The pressure is on. It is do or die. You lose. Your key gets crushed. You win. You make it to the playoffs. This final best of 3 starts on Border.
Thank you, Anne. More tension, more drama as we load into Border for our second elimination game of the day here on the B stream. It's Group B. It's FURIA versus Fnatic. Winner goes through to the quarterfinal. Loser is no more. Key crushed and off they go. Both teams have been a little bit up and down so far. As we saw Fnatic struggle against FaZe. Anybody can do that. That is fair. But we've seen them both have good performances as well. Looking at those bans, we've got a double shield ban coming straight away from FURIA.
Really nice too, because we see Smiths being such a big shield player, really taking out what shield they can actually play, forcing them to the blitz. You might see the 3rd shield ban coming out. We'll see that. On Fnatic's side, like I said, they're weakening the East extension, banning the Azami away, banning the Wamai. It's going to make it so that if they want to bring Capital out, they can use it to clear East. Their nades are going to be getting in through easier. I mean, you're going to see a smoke probably coming out on East stairs to delay time right now, Ace.
Going to be keeping a close eye on Citizen. I feel like Solid Snake's really, really powerful on Border as well. Because of the range of that Soliton scanner, you can kind of get beyond CCTV, so you can just walk along the balcony. You can basically scan out all of CC. You can scan out Break, you can scan out Catwalk, you can scan out Top East, and you never even have to step a foot inside of the map, so it can really help shape that attack.
On the defensive side, C2, you see the Tuberal coming out, you see the Mute coming out to counter any Deimos play. Deimos is such a big operator on this map, getting the below in the custom side right now. Not bringing any of that here. The Warden's going to be good for any glass play. You see the glass coming out. A lot of teams bring this Nomad out because the East Balk aggression is so big for the defensive side. Like I said, having to break your attacks push is such a big thing on Border. Not letting them stack up that momentum on you and put you on the back foot.
Right away then, we're going to have the attackers getting themselves onto that balcony. The Nomad air jab is already out to prevent any run-outs coming from Break, and it's going to be up to Citizen likely to start using that scanner, getting them a little bit of intel. I tell you what, not only does he get them the intel, he gets them another one of those pivotal kills, picking up the first entry. First blow is dealt, and it looks like it was a little bit of an attempted run-out coming out of FURIA, so punishing them early is always a good start. Elagon as well is going to give a little bit more freedom to Smiths.
They get the trade back right now. A lot of people on the Armory Balk here. They're inside. We're holding sandwich. Oh, this is dangerous for FURIA right now. They don't know he's small. Diaz looks to go huge here. One of the most clutch players I know. Gets traded out. Last guy CC. 2v1. They have bomb. Half time. Deep gonna go for the play right now. I'll let you take it, Tim.
Yeah, I think as soon as they see that drone getting taken out, they know exactly where his position is. Wizard can hold the rotation back in, does so beautifully. The plant was going down as well. Good first round from Fnatic. That's exactly how they need to play this. They need to be aggressive. They need to, as you say, be mobile, move quickly, and not let FURIA settle. Really, really good game plan there.
Because the defense, it's just so fast-paced. When the attack usually starts to play, they're going to end it really quickly. So you have to be, it's really like a boxing match on board. You have to be very in sync with your teammates and making plays back onto your opponent right now. Great starting round for Fnatic. Yeah, it just gets an opening kill, and that really just gives them the pressure. Because once you give away one kill to on the defensive side, it makes the map so lopsided. You really have to identify what control you want to give and where you want to actually put your back to the wall and actually hold for them. Let us go bathroom here.
This is the thing you've got to remember about top floor of Border, isn't it? You're basically playing in 3 rooms. You've got Armory, you've got Archives, maybe 4 if you push Office and CCTV. That's going to be it, but usually you're only playing in one of the 2. So yeah, it just creates such a small map mentality here whereby the defenders have got to get right. FURIA aren't in the wrong for doing what they're doing. You know, once the attackers are established inside of the map on Border, more often than not, they will win those rounds. So FURIA have to get up to those boundaries, have to go for those fights, the run-outs, the aggression, but Fnatic aware of that and more than ready to punish it. Herds will be in that position again, holding down CCTV with the Ella. Quite a top floor presence here. We've got 4 out of 5 up above, so it's going to be a vertical hold.
Doing a, call this the bathroom safe at the Cade, giving out workshop control right now. You can see Fnatic take pressure through that side, have alert going horizontal side while they clear through the top right now. Got a Wizard on the Snake getting in. And they're using the DMR right now so they don't know Snake's going in. The DMR is going to move, putting pressure, so it's going to mess with the counting of FURIA right now. That's all this game is about, misinformation. Making it seem like you're going somewhere else when someone else is going in. Bringing out the Nomad again too, just to control this Armory balcony right now. We're going to start with the CC take. It's their initial here. Because the East has been so strong and so prevalent in last year's Border play that a lot of teams are trying to find a different way to get in here. Holding for the armory. They're going to clear through armory and CC right now, Tim. Diaz got to be careful right now. Might be an opening kill for Wizard.
Smith's just looking to get aggressive with the shield, or at least take the attention. We've seen these shields used as magnets so often to just try and draw that focus from the defenders and give the opportunity elsewhere. We do hear the Nitro ripped. It's going to stay in the hand of Loira for the time being. They're not 100% sure just on which side Smith is pushing at the minute. I think Herds is trying to give that intel based on what he can hear, but there's no clear-cut opportunity here for Smith to get himself in yet.
There's so much control going. 3 people on the armory balk right now. Gonna put damage on the Herds. The armory guy gets 1. They trade out here. 1 more armory. Let's see if they go armory side or CC here. Laura's gonna give 1 lurking archives here. Deepak going through. Do they know?
Diaz is going to be in a tough position here. He manages to get the kill onto Citizen. That really helps him, actually. It gains him some space, because now we're seeing Deadshot have to rotate over and take that ground back that Citizen has just lost, and it puts Deepak in the pinch, but Deadshot goes in and gets the trade. Really nice adaptation from Fnatic, but look at the time. 45 seconds left to go. Fnatic not in control of top floor yet. They haven't even touched site.
They're going horizontal right now. Bonks playing a lurk on the top floor. They get the kill on Laura. It's a weak round right now. Fulp's alone lower east side right now. It's going to be difficult because they have all these walls reinforced off. They have to flood through tellers and bathroom side, and if Bonk can stay above, he can keep the hatch for WinCon right now. They kill Bonk on the top. Left on Volts right now. Taking the fight to Wizard. Gonna go sight window. Bomb in. Bomb going down. There's no cover right now, though. Deadshot drops. He's going to have to cover here. He misses the plant. Fnatic 2-0.
That was so close. The right opportunity, I think. As soon as they recognise that Volps is lower east stairs, they've got to get in through the window and start planting. There's nobody on site. The kill on Tabak opens that up and allows them to do it, but they didn't. It was a little rushed. Fnatic didn't have anybody in place for the cover. There was almost an opportunity for Volps. He pops the Goyo canister. He turns around, but Fnatic had just about got themselves into position and were able to find that final kill. So 2-0 and a good start on the attack for Fnatic.
Yes, I think FURIA just need to do a little better job making Fnatic work for it. You see how much information they use, how many drones, how many flashes, 3 bodies on the tiles balcony clearing through CC. Once you see them stack up like that, you could pull back and bait them in. They use all their utility, and you could play the deeper win cons inside the map right now. Really just giving the front kills to Fnatic, and it's really going to make it troublesome for FURIA to defend right now. They have to just get this game, get these rounds a bit deeper with more man count up.
Sometimes we will see this, FURIA going back up to that top floor site. The reason being because they've lost the first 2. By going back up here again, they basically get themselves now 3 attempts at the best site, essentially. Because even if they win it here, they can still play it in round 6. So taking the choice to go back, rinse and repeat, rather than maybe moving on through their standard rotation to somewhere like Ventum Workshop. So up on the top floor, last time around, Fnatic were able to clear Herds out. He got a little bit aggressive on the run out. Citizen punished him. I don't think he's going to give them an opportunity like that this time. He's going to want to hold CCTV for longer, burn more time. But honestly, Fnatic are looking pretty good. Whether they have the man advantage, whether they don't, they're still finding a way here on border.
Let's see here. Same lineup coming out for Fnatic right now. Same from FURIA too. Herd's going to be switching to the banana position. No Deimos, no Buck below, so he's going to be able to play here safely. They have the information on him inside of CC side right now. We're just starting outside of Archives here. Maybe eyeing an Archives plant. No, just going to put Grims down. I mean, the Claymores down, should I say. Going to Bailiff open here. Going to destroy the doors for Wizards. They don't know he's glass out here. C4 coming out. Beautiful play from Bonk right there. Breaks their push here. Grim is such a big operator. Going CC side right now. Elamine countering the blitz hop. Going to be forced to go towards Diaz on the tube.
Herds has done a much better job of keeping himself in this position this time, and it's really holding Fnatic back. Herds also gets the kill onto the shield, so really doubling down. Can't find Deadshot, who does manage to find the trade. Find ourselves now in a 4 versus 3 in the favour of FURIA. Glass taken off the board with Box0 picking up Wizard. 4 versus 2. FURIA on course to pick themselves up their first round. Deadshot unaware of Dios getting aggressive onto that breach wall, and it leaves it all up to Citizen. I've spoken about his influential kills so far. He's going to need 4 of them here, but the double peak will get the job done. Box0 on the Warden picks up that final kill, and it's going to be FURIA taking the round. That leaves us 2-1 still in the favour of Fnatic.
Much better round right there for FURIA, really making them solve. Have the C4 play on Archives, Bongzera with the Warden to counter the glass on outside of Archives, and Hurge playing a much better position inside of CC, making them have to go deep on him. And you see too, they're rotating, they're helping each other. They have Laura ready with the C4 if the Blitz does actually hop CC window, so they're really in sync right now. Going to be the Blitz band coming out. Have to care, might be a lot more Glass Ying coming out. Going to need to stick that Warden. Smoke band coming out to hurt East. All three bands are attacking side to stop East play here. More traps coming out right now. I gotta go vents. A lot of times on the vent, you go for a 5-man top or even a 4-1 split. 4 to the top, 1 on the side playing his life. And you usually do the deep state win con of having the Solus being able to stop the plants. You fight hard on the top floor. Armory, Archives is where the round's gonna end.
Ventilation Workshop, it will be for round 4. So it's going to be another battle over top floor. Get ready to see plenty of them. It is almost always how Border will play out for the first half of the round. At least rare that we see teams pushing horizontally because there is so much verticality up on this top floor. You got a little bit, there's a little portion of bricks off to your left-hand side, and then Fountain in front of you, right in the center of your screen, are basically about the only 2 safe spaces. There's a little bit of office as well that can't be found with verticality, but otherwise you can rip absolutely everything up above this bomb site. Particularly, you can shred
they might go Hori,
as we see.
They might go Hori with that bathroom side.
As you say, maybe it is going to be a push in and try and get that access into Workshop.
Also, too, it's big on the control, just being able to take customs because you're actually able to spy the site the whole round. Good on FURIA for starting a person in here to just deny that control early right now. Because if you kind of give them that map space all the way up to the site, and you have that pressure on the top floor, you can actually just make some pressure on Archives with the Ying and go for the plant inside of sight. Thatcher 2 being so good to stop the Solus. No Thatcher this round though, so let's see how they deal with that. Zofia stuns also do stop Solus from scanning.
So it's currently playing off in customs, not necessarily a specific win con here for Lyra. We would expect, you know, maybe above the site, that would be a different matter. Maybe we'll see the rotation later in the round, but for the time being, I think just trying to catch anybody out inside of CCTV. Maybe they go on the drones. It's a, you know, cheap opportunity for the Solus to just pick them up, but we are starting to see now the Solus just rotating away from that position in customs, and we might well find him up above later in the round.
Oh! Good trade. 4v4 right now. Sledge is gone here.
Enemies inbound.
Take if it's going to be huge. Sees one office double. Laura with a trade back. Got a hop CC window right now. Yeah. Great contention right there, floating up the top, stopping their horizontal initial. That was great rotation play from FURIA. Really stopping them in the mid floor. Fnatic think they're going to be playing harder mid floor. They rotate to the top, into the bodies. Boom. Great round from them.
I like the play from Lyra in that round as well. Starting off in customs, waiting for that opportunity, feeding the intel, anybody on the balcony, anybody on the drones, we can see what's going on, and then that rotation up in the late round takes over to CCTV, gets himself a couple of kills. Beautiful stuff, and that's going to be FURIA leveling things up, and in such a fashion that Fnatic have decided they need a tactical timeout here. Sethus wanting to have a little bit of input.
I feel like a triple shield bans are really going to hurt Fnatic. They're going to really have to change how they're playing because you've just really seen it be a staple of their gameplay. Maybe bring out the fuse shield just because I feel like I really haven't seen him play too much other than shields and a bit of Capitao. So let's see here. Really trying to get his players animated right now. Tate is giving a big timeout here.
Okay, then we're going to be going back in. I think we will likely be seeing Bathroom. We're not going to see a custom site. I would be absolutely amazed if FURIA did that to us. So it's likely going to be Bathroom. We saw this back in round 2. It was the last round that Fnatic were able to get the win on.
Yep.
And it was...
Customs.
It was. Are we going to customs?
We're going to customs.
Wow, okay, that does surprise me. We're going to. I take back everything I said, FURIA. You are more than capable of surprising me. We go to customs and storage.
Hiding the Maestro right now. Cade being good because it's a combination of having to clear through the util you want to bring. They usually bring a walled mouthpiece of operator, and then also too the trap just to slow down any just gaps right now. The mirror is going to be really crucial too on the CC armory side extension, making sure that if they're not bringing the range breach, that they have to bring the Ash or something to get rid of these mirrors here. And with the Maestro, they need to stick this Flores here. Bringing Twitch, bringing Thermite. Gonna see no range breach. Twitch is gonna be the only counter for the mirrors right now.
5 seconds.
And a lot of times you see teams like to Thermite the door here. Some teams bring the Aurora on the passport side, Aurora the door, Thermite the wall. You actually see teams have counter plays ready for that impact C4 over the wall. Mir coming out in E-box side right now. It's hard TC extension right now. Saving both Cades for the detention wall. No Thatcher. No nades. One nade, should I say. Could get difficult here. Yeah. Boom.
Going to be successful. Yes, the thermite will detonate just in time. That opens the detention wall. The Maestro being brought along as well. Always an interesting one. We don't have the Brava in response, and deciding that they're going to deal with those bubbles elsewhere, but it certainly always lines up a very specific defensive plan normally. He's one of those operators very similar to Castle, and if you're bringing him along, there is a definite focus. He's not just kind of a utility operator.
Yeah,
the thermite will open the other wall as well. Electrical largely wasted there with that barricade available on the side.
You usually see teams open that up so they force into bringing the Aurora. A little bit of misplanning from FURIA going customs. I feel like if you are going customs, you have to know about that. Gonna be bringing the force to clear out any castles in this hallway. C4 coming out. Nothing for turrets on that C4 outside a break door. Destroys a Nomad though. Lark Chrome Wizard on office. Flexing right now. Great flex. Gets it off here. He really boxed out from the archive side. He can't nade the castle. And that's a difficulty too, Tim, not bringing a range breach on this, because you cannot get this 90 wall open to cut off the hall, and they can actually flow and help the top here. 90 being one of the best positions. Going for an early fight, Laura, never afraid to take a fight here.
He's the challenge, manages to pick up a little bit of damage onto Citizen, who is going to back away from that one. He's not going to be taking any more damage, wants to get those Roteros out, continue working on the utility. We see 90 being opened up by that exothermic now, which is going to force Lyra away. He actually jumps outside. Takes a lot of damage and will be closed out by Smith, so that takes him down. That's the entry kill in the round, but nearly the 2-minute mark there. The Maestro does get picked up, completely unaware of this droning, by the way, given that he was on his cameras, so there could be another kill opening up here as it all gets fed back in. Volps onto Smith, 45 seconds.
They killed him right there. He was droning, he killed him. That was great, just going outside for that kill. Like I said, Laura not afraid to take a fight here. F1 on the workshop ascension. 2 kills back, 2v4 here. FURIA on the back foot. Flank coming out from Herds. Could be big coming around. Oh, Citizen.
Another one of those impactful kills coming in from Citizen as he takes the head off of Herds. There's an opportunity now for Deepak to think about putting that diffuser down, and he will begin to do so, but doesn't have time as Deadshot finds the line, and whatever Seth has said in that tactical timeout does the job for Fnatic. They change things up in round 5, get themselves another. It's 3-2.
Great round right there too, just really calm, composed, making sure they're actually just using their utility, running around with the thermite, breaching that fountain wall open, pushing them back with the utility, not taking any fights, and they push them into the weaker zone, and they let them, they kind of run around chickens with their head cut off sometimes on border. When you really do get on the back foot, give the attack too much space, you really have to make sure you're playing for 3v3s, honestly, trying to break, just get some kills back. You see them going outside of Smith, it was unlucky on the trade back, so just good round for Fnatic here. See Citizen happy with that shot he had on Herds.
Sure he was. It was an absolute beauty. Round 6 then, final defense coming in for FURIA. You feel like if they can get a 3-3 half here, I don't think that they'll hate that necessarily. We know that the attackers often do have a bit of an advantage on border, especially in those rounds where they can get themselves inside the map. That's always the big factor. But looking at sort of history for FURIA, 50% attacking win rate, so it's not too bad. I think a 3-3 suits them fine.
Yeah, okay. Let's see here. Going back to the armory side, great information on CC right now. Bringing in the Arena DMR. No trap coming out here. Going for a little peek right now. Oh, great kill onto the Flores.
Got to be a little bit more aware of that, Citizen. Fnatic can't be affording to give away lives early in the round, especially not the Flores. The Rotero drone's going to be so valuable for clearing out utility here. You know, they've got the mute jammers to find, they've got the barbed wires, but look at the lineup on the side of FURIA looking through that utility. 4 nitros in hand. I think that makes it pretty clear what they're playing for on Armory and Archives.
It'll be C4 for Archives and C4 for the break balk here to deny that pressure. Deadshot already on the break balk walking here. Smith's getting info right now for his team. Wizard coming out to double up here. Their round's already kind of broken here. They have to go for a little play together. Get aggressive right now. We got a spot info 90. He's The drop off below. Let's see how Wizard really does this. Watch for Wizard this round, guys.
Yeah, Wizard just giving us a great look of what we were talking about with that value of the Soliton radar. Able to see throughout the entire map. We're going to see Deadshot down but not out at the minute. Unlikely to be recovered, I would have said. They'll be too concerned about the run out coming out from Herds to finish him off and anybody else that's with him. The Grimpings will give a little bit of intel for the time being at least. They can maybe start working underneath here. Wizard, he just gets himself into a position he can spray through the floor with.
Drone seeing Herds, and he might give a kill back right now. They have the ping, he's gonna pre-fire. Virtus needs to relax right now. No reason to go for this here.
It's just a little bit too late. As soon as he hears the audio cue of the pickup going through, he jumps out of the window, but smartly Fnatic have got themselves around the corner. We see another attempt from Herds to get outside of it. They haven't been able to deal with him in this position. This is becoming a really big problem. He's able to reactivate that laser gate, and right now, Herds is the stumbling block.
Laura fighting right now. Wizard below. They're probably going to do a break door walk-in or east walk-in with the climb on metal right now. They're getting stuffed everywhere they go right now. I have no idea how they want to get in this map here. And that's a troublesome thing on Border 2. When you just get into that 4v5 too early, there's not really a way to gain that foothold if you do not link up. Gotta be flipping towards Archive side right here. But like we see, they have so many C4s to stop this. Still 2 C4s in the lineup right now. 1 Armory, 1 Archive side. Let's see if Volps flips in here.
Wizard has been sat underneath for the longest time at the minute. He's not really been able to have much impact on the round, nor has his gadget. And as you say, his team's struggling to get themselves established. He is now going to have a little walk up these stairs as the diffuser's going down. Smith will go for it again. They're unaware. This could be a huge play from Wizard. Deadshot with 1. 1v2. It's all up to Herds. The plant is down, but Deadshot, Smith, both seriously low health at the minute. They have been able to get outside and get to a level of safety, though. 1 on the rappel and the other out on the balcony. Herds, you're going to have to go out of this window, but if he does, he could be in serious trouble. Is he going to go for the long arm? I think he's trying to reach it just to try and bait them in for the challenge. Does he stick it here? He's got about 3 seconds left to go. He's going to go for it, but Smith gets into position, finds the kill, and it's a 3-3 half.
Beautiful rotation right there for Fnatic. Just beautiful right there. Such a great round. Was it really activating when they needed him to? Because in that chaos that the plant creates, the people going to stop the plant opens up the gap for Wizard. And that's what I mean exactly in the preamble. When if you aren't in these rounds as a defensive team and you aren't really making sure you're aware of the front of the attack and what gaps are opened up, you can just leave a gap open, and that gap bit them really hard right there.
I will correct myself, it's a 4-2 half. Fnatic coming away with the advantage on the attack and now move on to the defense. How do you think they play this, Dave? Do you think that, you know, we spoke about mobility, we spoke about aggression coming into the border. Do you think that they keep that up now, just get right up there, take the fights, or do you think they maybe give FURIA a little bit more space?
I think if you want to go CC side, you need to kind of fight extremely hard. And then on the E side, if they want to go, I feel like it's extremely hard to fight because it's just so attacker-sided, both doors being open, the cat window. So making sure you're playing a good layer, bringing good util ops, and then having that info for the mid-round to power off of, I feel like kind of baiting FURIA in, making them think they have control that they actually don't, and going for those plays in the deeper round will net Fnatic better round results.
Going to be one of those swing grounds in round 7. It could come away 5-2 in favour of Fnatic, could be 4-3 and FURIA right back in the game. We are currently in our 2-minute half-time, where the coaches do get the opportunity to have a chat with the players, start laying out that blueprint for the second half. And we'll see, of course, once we come out of this, the bans that are going to come through as well. FURIA completely locking down the shields, wanting to take them away. Fnatic, whether they take that same approach or not, we will see. I think probably not. No.
Got to get rid of some info, I assume.
Looking towards operators like the Deimos, maybe.
Deimos, Doe could be probably.
Solid Snake.
Yeah. I think the Solid Snake he's really good, but I feel like the Doe could be Deimos are just better at inducing that chaos from the attacking side to the defensive side. So I feel like getting rid of those really allows you to sit and in your hard a lot longer. You can't have the verticality. The Zofia, I'm shocked we didn't see Fnatic bringing that out a little bit on the CC clears to triple impact below, especially with how good info they had. Okay, they go for the Snake here, go for the Mira. Mira might be a little bit of a... Let's see what the second ban is.
Second bans do come
Deimos,
through.
Snake Deimos, and then the Wamai.
The Wamai, we're seeing obviously a raising ban rate for the Wamai. Those changes to the magnets, bringing along the nitro possibility. You know, so much flexibility now for that operator. We are seeing that ban rate climb up. The Deimos, as you said, you know, one of those operators that gives great intel, but again, I already commented on the verticality possible on border. Almost all of your power spots are going to be on soft surfaces, so the Deimos getting in underneath can cause a real problem.
Yeah, of course, here. Good to see them too bring out the ace, that range breach, the blitz to just help spearhead right now. The Grim is a great operator too, just for Armory side, Archive side, the CC, clear the East clear. It's really good all over the map on every map here. Good to see the recruit coming out, just that double set of util. Let's see if he brings flashes, nades, or smokes, nades. We'll see that. Sophia too coming out for the verticality. Triple impact like we see being such a big part of this meta here. The defensive side doing an East extension right now, double reinforcing passport walls. It's going to be a heavy East extension. Look for them to fight hard, Tim.
Yep, not wanting to give up the top of East stairs. We see how much value it has. There's not going to be a shield brought along on the side of FURIA. As you say, not necessarily a great shield team, but quite often we will see that utilised to take... Oh, sorry, no, the blitz is locked in. I thought it was being swapped away, but yeah, so we may well see that blitz being used to kind of try and push into top East and force that space, create that movement then on into office. But at the minute, all shaping up towards CCTV for FURIA.
Look for Wizard this round. Key player being below on the solos. If they have info on him, it's going to be big. If they don't, it's going to be a menace. 2 impacts in the pocket, going to be aggressive. Man, a few words, a lot of action though.
Challenge may come sooner than he thinks here. He does see the player drawn in from main door. They also see him, so there's going to be a little bit of attention towards the two. Very much so. Moving in. Volps is getting aggressive. He's ready on the window to go in and support his player pushing that position. Boxera does take down Citizen. That's going to be the Fenrir off the board, and here goes Volps right up into the face of the Aruni. Seems to lose track of Deepak for a second, but then does manage to get the kill. Herd's taken down elsewhere by Deadshot. Wizard gets a beautiful kill underneath onto Diaz. That keeps him in position, but 2v2 as Volps takes down Deadshot. It's currently 2v1 on site because we know Wizard is playing below. He's just got himself back up those main stairs so he can get into the fight, but it might be too little too late instead. He chooses the wink on over the fight. He goes downstairs. He's going to try and prevent this plant. Volps is sticking it. He can't do anything about it. He's had to go back up and try to take the challenge here. He moves around the corner. Can he find the shield? Volps manages to get up in his face. That's exactly what he wants to do, is close this distance so he can take the melee and get the kill. Volps plays it beautifully. We maybe question Furia's shield play, but they bring it beautifully.
What a round, what a round. That really got dicey right there in the trade game. Spence was playing it beautifully though, but I feel like him and Wizard really need to activate better in a 2v2, try to isolate one of the, not the shield play, because the shield is really trying to go for one of them, but trying to isolate the Capital, take the 2v1, force the blitz into the 2v1 here. But great round from Furia. You see how fast-paced border is. It's a casino, and the house always wins, Tim.
The house always wins. In this case, Furia did as well. It just, like I said, just seemed to lose a little bit of control over Deepak there, but knew that he was being challenged from the right-hand side. It was so close from Fnatic really getting themselves back into it, but ultimately, Volps played it really well.
I don't know how he got out of there. One was half wall, one was outside armory on him. Beautiful for Volps.
He just closed that gap. He played it on the corner beautifully. He knew that they had to approach him, and so long as he was within striking distance, he wins the round. So we go to Ventilation Workshop for round 8.
Double info.
And Furia, with a good first attack, are going to be looking to level things up. Winning that swing round, they bring themselves back within touching distance. It's 3-4.
Bringing out the Monty right now, the Ace 2, bringing the Brava out to counter this Malusi play. Smoke Ella here, going to be great counters for the Montang. Solus Pulse going to be great information game. Should see the Pulse extended horizontal control. Should expect them to layer CC if they want to do that here. Or even, he can just be playing CC like side with just so much information. Up and call where they are, where they're not. That's the big thing on border too, knowing where they are and actually where they're not. Going for this Ace play. Good Ace, 90 wall. Did he miss the Ace? Oh.
I think he might have done. I think it hit the door for him there. A second one goes in, which would suggest that's the case. Deadshot manages to take down Herds. Herds has been really quiet so far this game. They could do with getting him activated, getting a little bit more out of him. But as it stands, Volps and Loira, Diaz all picking up the slack. Boxera on 6 and 4 as well, so it doesn't really matter too much. Herds only losing the Ashe, so not a big loss of utility either. 5 versus 4, they spot out the man, but for now, Fnatic have held back that initial push.
Force 2 here. Looking to go east side, they're going to give this control. You see how well they're making sure that if they want to get into the map, they can give them that initial layer, not give a kill back, and then actually play for their deeper round right now, because they have the pulse below, they have that Solus for the deep con, so it's going to be amazing right now. They're going to need to use one ace to get this Archives wall open to cut the whole cross right now. Do they have this information on the pulse? C4's a little bit too behind, unlucky.
Too late to catch the Monty there, so Volts will continue, and you can see the effect ahead of a Monty. You can see how much he's bullying those defenders, just forcing them out of position while feeding all that intel back into his teammates. Boxzero just holding the angle here, knowing that the opportunity will present itself. Citizen moves around, Boxzero picks him up, beautiful patience, can't quite find the final kill, but he knows that there's a teammate trying to back him up, gets aggressive, wanted to catch him before he went down the hatch, but couldn't.
He's going down with him.
Here because he might just chase them. Look at this. Fnatic all stood on top of each other under the hatch.
Oh my gosh, they got to calm down right now. They got out great right now. They'll give a kill back. They're going for the customs hard zone right now. Playing for this retake, giving them the site side. Expect the front door hop through to stop any vent plant right now. Should expect an east retake from somebody. And some site fly-throughs here. Oh!
That shot hit an absolute beauty onto Lyra, takes down the Grim, and the big question for me now is where does the execute come from FURIA? They're playing against the Pulse, the information is there, Deepak expects it and gets a double. Smith closes out a flawless round. Fnatic get themselves to an important defense on border, and it's 5-3.
You see how mobile and active they are, Tim? They're giving that map space. The one gets down. Everyone is fighting the hatch to help save them.
Maybe a bit too mobile at that point.
Oh my gosh, what a round. Tac timeout coming out from Reduct. Let's see what he has to say.
One nade down that hatch and it was round over.
I thought he was going to go down the hatch with the shotgun. I was ready for it.
They were all stood on top of each other, as you say. FURIA calling the tactical timeout there. I think this is a good time for it. You know, they've come in there. Yes, they've had a successful attack, but then as soon as they lose that attack, they know that they're now 2 rounds away. This is a big problem. Fnatic only need to find one site to hold on to.
But I feel like, Tim, too, on the border, I feel like a lot of the times in the rounds, the rushes work a lot better, but for me it's really seeing how they clear and if the clears are actually gaining like actual momentum, and right then and there they really didn't get much momentum from it, and their rush was actually a really close round, so I feel like Fnatic are in the driver's seat here. FURIA really need to make sure they can sync up right now. Herds too, just looking to kind of calm down on the initial entries, trying to get these, just trying to find his way into the map right now.
Yeah, it's been a tough one for Herds so far. He's 1-2 on the entry, 3-7 overall. He's only currently at a cost of 38%, so, you know, really not having an impact. For anybody unaware of what we're talking about with cost there, we're looking at it's an acronym for kills, objectives, survive and trade. So it's these actions that we're determining that you've had an impact in the round of some sort. You've got a kill, you've played the objective, you've survived the round, or your death has been traded. It's some way having an impact. So for Herds only to be kind of active and impactful in a third of the rounds, it's really hurting FURIA right now, because on the side of Fnatic, when we look across their stats, they really are putting up numbers. Everybody is above a 65% on the cost, so everybody on the team is really impacting and contributing to a lot of these rounds, so it's almost like FURIA playing a 5v4 at the minute.
It's a great team game. Let's see here. Heavy pressure coming out from the Armory side. Running info again on the Solus right now. Switched it off of Wizard here, going to Deepak. C2 bringing out the Mutas to counter any type of Dokkaebi play. Vineyard Trap outside, gonna be awkward to clear. They gotta get rid of that here. Playing for the East extension with the smoke to stall out. Did a shoot East cam. As long as they're gonna put pressure on this top East door too from the other side. Nomading the hops, C4 ready for a play. Smoking the cat window, cutting off this Monty. Forcing the Monty. They might kill this Monty right now, Tim. Monty 1 HP.
Needs to find the throw, but cannot. Volps is just going to back himself into a little bit of security. As you say, very, very low at the minute. The Nitro would have been enough, but didn't quite swing wide enough to thread it through that window and find its mark. Instead, Volps continues to just feed that intel back into his team, but the East Stairs hold is looking pretty good from Smiths for the time being.
I think Courage is on East right now. Expect to see him go big right now. Hitting the barb. Fnatic again, just giving them this control. Flank coming out from Deepak. He's gonna retake Passport. He hears the impact. DS Lucas. Just trying to play lower east right now, holding for him. Get a good trade back right now. Monty 1 HP 2. Fnatic in the driver's seat here.
Looking like it could be a tough finish to the round for FURIA, as you say, just trying to get themselves into some sort of position. Herds is half health at the minute, but all they've got is East Stairs at the minute. It's an important part of the map, of course, but they need to start moving forward. They need to start taking more ground, but they're tentative because the Monty is so low health.
Exactly here. Gonna look to go office side. Look like they were eyeing C, so they're gonna go office, the weak side. Now, nothing to stop Archives playing here. They could maybe flip towards that. 1 ace left. They can ace open this long wall here. Cut the site in half. Love to see them do that right now. Holding for the C4 over. They have doubling up Archives Balk here. Ace in the long wall. Gotta go Archives end.
No Nitro or Impact Nades left, so Vault should have a little bit of freedom at least.
They're gonna plant behind them.
Looking to peek around this corner, take the fight onto Elbow. 30 seconds left to go. Fnatic not overcommitting here, but they might just rue the fact that they haven't been aggressive enough onto FURIA as the kills come in. Lyra, Diaz, one apiece. Opportunity now for Herds to be able to plant if he so chooses in behind the Monty, but Deepak once again steps up for his team. They knew the jump out was coming. It was worth a try from Citizen, but the plant is down, and Deepak now finds himself in a 1 versus 3, working through the smoke. He can't see a thing. Herds picks him up, and that's going to be a better round from FURIA.
Really well played right there. See DS Lucas, the Punisher, I call him. Holding the back line, man. Wow, what a round. Really able to flip into something they can actually get the gap into, and using the Monty low HP to cover. No utility to actually down the Monty. Very unfortunate there for Fnatic. 4-5. Any man's game now.
FURIA just proving why they're a top team in the world, able to just keep Fnatic on a little bit of a tight leash at the minute, not letting them get too far ahead, but it does still feel like Fnatic have what they need to be able to get this one over the line. We're going to be heading into round 10. We'll see those next bans come out. No surprise whatsoever to see Fnatic taking that Monty away.
Yep. 2 good bans. Smoke's going to hurt the East extension too. Like to see some more Blitz Blackbeard play right now. Going bathroom tellers here. Bringing the visual to counter the line play. Double trap here. Ella 2 to stop the shield play. Solo's just good information to see where they're going. Be able to scan their push. Lucy for the gaps on the east side. Defender 2 for the gaps on the side right now. I expect to see them go harder on the top right now. A lot of times you see them bring this Melusi. They're going for a heavy top extension here. Having defenders for the gap on the side for the horizontal push through. So it's going to be big to see if FURIA can take some horizontal space, get some kills on the top, and split site and the top at the same time right now.
What's the likely alternative for them holding top east now that they've lost the smoke? Is it going to be the Fenrir? Is it, how are they going? What's the utility there?
Not much utility anymore. It's going to be gunplay. Going to be playing for that lower east position a lot harder, like the lane position here, just making sure that you're actually layering it back and forcing them deep to clear you, because it really is a hard position to clear through here.
Round 10 underway then. We'll have Fnatic continuing to defend here, looking to get themselves the first map. A reminder of the stakes for anybody who's joined us after the start of this. The winner will go through to the quarterfinals of the Esports World Cup. The loser will have their key and their hopes crushed.
They're going to sledge through sandwich here.
Looks like it could be a little bit of a hot breach here. Get that barricade open and get themselves straight on in. Sledge has the shotgun as well, so looking for those close range engagements, just waiting for a bit of intel, and here they go. Opens it up straight in, looking to get aggressive. Boxera onto Wizard. Deepak does manage to find the trade. They've slipped through the net though, and not been able to find him from the sledge, and that is a long range engagement for the sledge on the shotgun.
Oh, no metal flank. See, they gave him that control here. Oh, 4v4. Great round from Fnatic already. Let's see, it's a next step right now, the office extension, to clear through here. Do they know Citizen's close? Deadshot can bait for him. Shield down. They're going to shotgun the wall. Oh, clear Citizen.
Absolutely. Key kill coming in from Deadshot there. Beautiful stuff to take down the shield. Deadshot with another. What a round from him, 2 versus 2. The nade finishes him off, 1 minute 30, and this has been an absolute bloodbath so far. Deepek is now in a position of serious importance on that Solus. He's able to see if they do get themselves into the site at any point. If he can keep himself safe, there might be an opportunity for him to get up above, given that there are only 2 FURIA players left. At a point where they do look for a plant, they may have to both be on that ground floor.
Yes, 2v2 here, Tim. You need to play, and for Fnatic to play for the plant, have the plant going down, play for the 2v1 isolation, play for the late runner. Now, FURIA, you need to find a kill here. Isolate Smith inside the site. It's going to be troublesome with the visual static. Deepek's being able to scan what drones are up and where they're droning here. Going to be able to eye what they want to execute. Laura making a ton of Vert right now. They have to start working their play soon here. I think they want to go bathroom side, patch drop right now. This is where Deepek can activate on the top extension for the retake here. Going at metal. They're going to draw. Going for the plant quick.
Now the question is, what do Fnatic do here? Deepek too far away to see that this is going down. Smith does not react. He does find the kill. Do they play now for the retake? The problem they've got is Diaz up above. They need to go and find this kill. Otherwise, he will hold on to it. The choice here is go both of us, make sure we get the trade, and then whoever's left alive drops the hatch and disables the diffuser. They need to make sure they time this right, and they don't. They give him the opportunity of 1v1s. It now comes down to Smith. Diaz closes it out beautifully in the 1v2. He knows what it's all about. FURIA on their feet, and that is now game on. 5-5, and Fnatic, their timing, it's been so good over the last couple of days, but they got that 2v1 all wrong.
Iceman, if anyone you want there, it's him. What a round. Just Deepek a little too far right there, not ready to make their play when the bomb goes down, because immediately once they click that plant, you have to take the fights. Great rounds. Fnatic again just getting put on the back foot. You can just see how much of a trade fest this map is. Clinical.
Yes,
5-5.
Playing it absolutely beautifully, exactly as he needed to. Just holding that angle. He knew where his power position was, and he knew that the challenge was going to come as well. That was the thing. But, you know, the real big key for me there, Fnatic had to approach that in a position where they were both able to attack him at the same time. It was difficult, of course. It's not always as simple as that, but being unable to, it just feeds him them 1v1s and gives him every opportunity to do what he did. 5-5 on the scoreboard. Like I say, Fortress is a good map for FURIA. Fnatic really could do with holding on to border. Round 11, and we're going to be back in Armory Archives.
They might try to send off the Armory Cross right now, but the 2-Brow will counter that. Gonna have to prepare for that. Bonk's been playing on the Arcraft extension though, so just maybe bringing that execute utility here if they don't get any initial front inside CC here. Looks like they're going to clear through East here. Ace going to open up the passport wall. You have the Blackbeard to nade top East. Thinking just getting his util. Nading traps right now. Nades, Aces come out right now. Expect East to be the next step.
I'm reloading.
Bonk flipping right now. Flipping towards Armory, I'm pretty sure. Nades come out. They're gonna hop this. Let's see. They have the ping on him.
Feel Volps wanting to get aggressive here, wanting to get himself into catwalk and move forward. We saw this position being the one that Herds played primarily when FURIA were on the defense, and we saw how impactful it was when he did. Just Smith holding the angle here, gets caught out. Herds with an absolute beauty. I said that FURIA needed to activate him, needed to get him online, and look at the difference he's making over the last couple of rounds. Brilliant entry, takes down the Vigil, Boshi off the board, and that gives FURIA an opportunity to start moving forward.
They get 90 wall open 2 right now. Look like they went an ace break wall here. No, they're gonna cancel that. He's gonna walk break. Yep, and for the no one's break. They're gonna go for CC clean right now. They need one to flip the CC window. Doubled up in CC right now. Elamine for the shield. They're really one-sided here. I need to see more pressure on the CC window side. Need Laura to flip. Okay, they're flipping the shield, doubling up here. One going to pick up break door. Going to be an armory in.
One of the problems for FURIA at the minute is not too much of an impact on site so far, really struggling to deal with this CCTV position. Nade goes in, not really in a position to challenge as the player moves away though, taking the attention towards Citizen. The double up here in CCTV has been brilliant from Fnatic. Citizen and Deadshot really holding this position down. FURIA with no opportunity to get aggressive onto it. I love the peek along the balcony. They need to be careful though because there is a man-led prone watching it.
Deadshot are rocking the hard place right now. Just got to play his life here. FURIA really stalling out here. Don't know what they want to do. Going to hit the finger boost. Got to go for it, but they're stacked for this. Going to be on the trade on the armor wall. Can Laura trade this? Oh. They have armor control. Bonk down. That's Archive's pressure. Volp's in. He pops a pipe. It actually hurts Volps.
Unlucky not to get the kill as the shield break came in from that explosion. 1 versus 1. Anybody's at the minute. Volps is going to start putting the diffuser down. Deepak can't get to him. He needed to stick that. He came off. He came off. Volps just needed to stick it. There was surely no way that Deepak made it there in time. Volps just heard the footsteps, panicked, came off and lost the round. 6-5 FURIA.
That pressure bust pipes ice. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Close round.
6-5 Fnatic, rather. I'm getting carried away here.
Gosh.
That was so close for Volps. He had that one in the palm of his hand, but Fnatic not panicking at all. Keeping themselves in the round with trade after trade.
2 Fnatic having the running. This is Zombie, and Zombie's been up this whole game. This last round, bringing it in this round again, bringing it. Going again to vent. Solus in play. Gotta have the Bandit too to just be able to close up these walls. You see the Ace being such a strong piece of their attack. Being able to close off Archives and make them actually have to bring something to get that open. Ella 2, Deadshot playing CC beautifully right now. The Vigil to stop the line play. And let's see how Wizard really uses his Zombie. Making it very annoying here. Gonna drop the shield for this final round. Bringing out the Osa. No, the glass, okay. Better say. Sledge 2, Blitz, okay. Might be something a little bit quick here. Horizontal, Dokkaebi, Lion. Let's see. They might go fast and furious, Tim.
We'll keep an eye on that as we load into round 12. Fnatic have the opportunity to close this out on Border before heading to Fortress, which will be the second map. I said I felt that Border was an important one for them to win. They did beat Los earlier on in the week on Fortress, but it is a map that FURIA are very capable on. Straight away, Lyra going back towards that armory window. We've seen this before. Fnatic should be ready for it. He's got the shotgun for the close range engagement. He's looking for the player on armory wall. We see the silhouettes ahead of us. Last time they were able to escape. It looks like Citizen on the Solus. If I had to make a guess, it is indeed. So Lyra ready to go. He's just waiting for that bit of intel, but Citizen's just moved his position now. Almost would be the time to go. He's right in shotgun range, but he manages to get himself back to the small office.
They get it going when they go for the plant, so they either have to choose between stopping the plant or stopping the sledge here. Bonk could be good counter pressure to flash Archives. The foam's coming up to retake here. Hurts 1 HP on the site. Going at metal right now. It's going to be a metal beat. They're going to go through armory right now. Armory kill. Going to go off the sledge. They get the trade. Laura in 2. 4v2 right now. Going to drop sight. They have plant potential. He's close sight. Gets 1. Almost a 2v2. Hurts being 1 HP here. Look for Deadshot right now on the top floor. Can't tank that call. Answers.
Can't really afford to take the damage given that he's already down to about 60 HP. It would put him far too low, especially in the 2v3. Hurts has 2 more calls left. He will be on a 7-second cooldown for Deadshot, but there is the potential that he keeps sending those calls in. 3 versus 2. I like this from FURIA. They're not getting over aggressive now. They've had that aggression at the beginning of the round. They're using their time. The second call is going to come in. It goes to Deepak. He may well choose to tank it. Does take the damage. His phone is now offline, but can't be called again. The problem there being, it means any further calls will come to Deadshot. That's exactly what happens. He takes the opportunity to close it off. FURIA not really in a position to punish that though.
Going for a metal walk right now. Bomb being down in a weird spot. Deadshot in the key spot to stop this, as you know. Oh, Hurts with the big fight. Biggie T in the 1v3. If anyone could do it, it's him. Hurts. They're going OT.
Hurts manages to get that final kill, takes us into a few extra rounds in a map that it feels like Fnatic have been in the lead throughout. They've now been dialed back in. Given that it was their map choice, though, they will have had the choice of starting sides here in overtime, so you would feel that they might be able to get a little bit of an advantage by taking the attack.
Of course here. You see good plays coming out from FURIA right now, especially in the mid-round, being able to slow up and really find and isolate the fights. Great job here. You need to look to Fnatic just to isolate and try to just get it more in sync in these 2v3s. Making sure that if one person's taking a fight, the other person's right there to trade, get it to a 1v2, and then it's more winnable than a 1v3 right now. And it's an amazing atmosphere in here too. Both teams really going at each other.
Yeah.
Especially after these rounds, yelling at each other, really letting them know that we're here to compete.
Yeah, it really does show how much it means to both teams. We continue on. It's going to be Ventilation and Workshop for our first overtime defense from Fnatic.
So they're going to go for a quick plant probably here. Bring in the Thatcher, bring in the Glass. Either that or they're going to try to Thatcher some. Yeah, you Thatcher the Solus right now. No other reason to have the Thatcher. Let's see where they go.
I think Fnatic going to be wishing that they'd chosen the attacking side, given how the defense has gone so far. We have a look back at how they went on Ventilation Workshop. It was one of the, they won one on Ventilation Workshop, they won one in Armory Archives. That was their only two successful defenses. They lost one in Ventilation Workshop as well, so it's very much a 50-50 for them. I don't think it's a bad choice necessarily, but this is a little bit of a risk for them. FURIA just starting to find some momentum on the attack in that second half.
Courage to really being able to get back into this game. Crucial that last round. Look to him in OT. He's heating up here. He'll go for the CC peek. Deadshot killed him before. Let's see if he can get his revenge here. Oh.
Just waiting patiently, sees the opportunity. The pixels change colour, but not quite long enough. So far, FURIA have had a massive advantage in the entry. 8-4 in the 12 rounds that we've had so far. Fnatic getting themselves a better start into this one could be essential. We're going to see the relocation of Volps on that blitz. Going to be looking, I think, towards getting in through that main door, maybe. I don't know if they maybe think that they've spotted an opportunity.
They pulled CC's head right now, tried to show the blitz there. They think the blitz is coming through CC. Now they rotate in front door, stealth side. Let's see here. Bongsair doing a walk. The Smiths know. Going in sight right now, going for the plant. Bomb going down here.
Fox is going to try to stick this. The fight is on. He's going to get away with this. There's damage coming in, but it's too late. 5v5 in the post plant now. Smith gets one. Fnatic have got a serious fight back. It's not about getting the kills. It's about getting them quickly enough when you have to find 5 of them. They've got Volks now outside. He can play the window. He's going to be challenged. Needs to be careful. Doesn't want to overcommit. Deadshot takes down Herds. They've got about 20 seconds left to do this, but Lyra, he's on a bit of a walk-in. I don't think they're aware of his position. This could be round winning from Lyra.
Just be patient, Laura.
Exactly that. He's just going to hold his angle. Gets one because he has to. Finds a second. 3 versus 2. Lyra does enough. They cannot win it at this point. And that's going to be FURIA taking the first attack. There is not enough time now for Fnatic.
Ah, Volks. They're standing. It's electric.
Unbelievable stuff from FURIA. I love that. Just sneaking the blitz on into sight, getting the plant down, tanking the damage. FURIA get it done.
You see how deep the game is right now, showing where Blitz is at the start of the round, making sure you know where he is, then rotating quietly, going for your main play. This is Siege at his finest, man. Wow.
Beautiful stuff, and that leaves Fnatic now on the attack. The problem is that they've got 2 rounds that they need to win. Back to back here.
This is where it stacks. The pressure.
This is where it starts, as you say, becoming a real problem. FURIA only 1-2 on the defense. Armory Archives and Ventilation Workshop, much the same as Fnatic did. So I would imagine we will see them taking one of those, but I'm sure FURIA's eyes are going to be on that final round. We see them giving plenty across to the other team. FURIA's eyes are going to be on round 15. If they can get it done here and now on the defense, brilliant, but they know that they've just got themselves an advantage by having the opportunity to attack for the win.
You don't want to leave it on the last round, though. Anything can happen on 7-7 here. Got to bring out the Mira, 90, Cade that. Look to see them hold East really hard right now. They're not going to give up East with this 90 Mira. Cade mute too. No Dane was coming out. Not much info. You know, you have Damos, Snake, and Dokubi all up. Need to see at least 1 or 2 of those in his lineup right now. Let's see. Bring in the Glass again. Switch widget to the Twitch for the mirrors. Nobody coming out here. They don't have much just catalyzation going into the map. They might get stuffed here. Jab's coming out to stop the aggression.
Hertz is in that position again inside of CCTV that we saw him in a couple of times, and the later times that we saw him inside of CCTV, Fnatic weren't able to clear him out from there. He did some real damage. I think he got 2 kills from inside of CCTV in the last round. As I say that, he actually dips himself away. He's playing on the mirror, and he was the silhouette that you saw just going downstairs. So maybe looking to play underneath. He has Nitro in hand. Not sure if he's going to be chased down or not, but he does have a little bit of support from Volps.
Volps playing on East with the Cade, C4 in hand. Hertz playing below here. That's going to mess up Fnatic. Not used to that. I wonder what he'll do here if he'll play a run out. Volps gets killed on East. Great opening kill. It's going to change the round. Hertz is going to have to rotate back up, help the team on the top floor. Going for an armory side extension or a play on the Fnatic side with the smoke, with the glass. Getting that control here. He might sledge in. No shotgun though. Hertz crosses back in. C4 out the window for Glass. Glass dead. 4v4.
Huge play from Herds, managing to take Smith down. He will have been one of the key operators that Fnatic were looking towards to create a little bit of space, but Wizard manages to do that. 12-9, big game from him, and it continues now that he's back on the attack. 3 versus 4. Challenge comes out, takes a lot of damage. Citizen low health as well. Rotero drone will finish off Herds, leaves us now 2 versus 4, and it looks like we could be heading the distance here as Fnatic continue to grind down FURIA on this attack.
2 C4s and Diaz Lucas. Fnatic have to take this one seriously. DMR in hand too. 2 players weak. Let's see if we can clutch up here. Takes the fight. Deadshot puts him down. Bonks here in the 1v4. 7-7.
It's over, and we are going to 15 here in Paris at the Esports World Cup. It is map 1 between these two, and they are giving us every single piece of it. FURIA, Fnatic, but FURIA have an advantage here in the final round. They will be on the attack. Their attacking half was 4-2 win for them. Yeah. So Fnatic, they need to find a way to successfully defend. I think we'll see them up on the top floor. It's one of the sites that they did win originally when they were defending. They tried ventilation again last time. It didn't work, so I think that they probably mix it up.
Let's see here. Looking to go armory right now. Seeing the zombie coming out, the bandit to deny any range breach here. Gonna have the Tachanka coming out too. Gonna be a lot of just plant denial here. Let the stream catch up pretty depth. Here we are. Okay. Ward and Chewie to stop any plays. The Blitz has been such a pivotal just roll, just making sure if he does flash here, you can stop that. The Atlas 2 is going to be crucial. Deadshot playing CC beautifully on 16 here. Wizard 2. Great games coming out from them. 2 of their best players here, showing up when they need them most.
You feel like the hold of CCTV has been pivotal throughout this game. It's going to be important once again. We've seen it burn so much time for those defenders when they have been able to hold on to it. But FURIA, can you crack that nut? Can you get yourself on in there? Smith looks like he's going to be playing top east. He's gone the Tachanka, so he's got that Shumika launcher. Can keep any shields at bay should Box Zero go in that direction.
We've got Volps as well. Gonna be quick.
Yeah, they are moving here. No messing about. FURIA rolling the dice.
I like this though. Let's see here. Gonna be going probably a Glass on the archives window right now, ying through sandwich with a shotgun. Gonna have the Blitz go deep to deny any archives potential for the C4, and then the Fuse will get the bomb down here. Better be quick here. Let's see how Fnatic react.
Yeah, they need to do this before Fnatic realise what's going on. We get the door open straight away. Volps is right on the threshold, looking to get in and get that diffuser down. He's baited the Nitro. It goes out, will not be successful. Smith finds one onto Lyra, but the plant is going down. Is there anything here that Fnatic can do about it? Yes, Volps has had to back out. Citizen does team kill Wizard along the way, but finds another with it. That's Lyra and Box Zero offline. Volps recovers the diffuser, but it's back to the drawing board for FURIA. They're having to now move away and look elsewhere. They need to find some kills. Out comes the fire, doing damage as well. And right now, they've got a big problem here of FURIA. It looks like it's all coming up for Fnatic as Citizen gets a triple in the round. There's that impact moment that Fnatic have been waiting for. Diaz gets one. 1v4 becomes a 1v3. Not looking likely. A minute 30 left on the clock. Time is the one thing he's got going for him.
The flames right there really just shut down that push. D is in an almost impossible clutch right now. They're going to give him all the ground. Still 2 flames, it's just all a little bit here, but he's going to be all in the crossfire. Who has contact and who's respecting it here. Bomb down being in 92. Going to be very difficult here. He has to retrieve that. 2 Yings, 1 smoke, so he can isolate some players right now. See how he uses that utility right now. Got a Ying 1, Citizen should be there with the cross. Flame come out to stop him. 1 metal, 1 armory, 1 archives. All to do.
I love this patience from Fnatic. Patience wins the day as Smith lands the final kill with the LMG. Fnatic on their feet.
I don't feel like we need to make this game more appetizing for our viewers because it is delivering so far. Absolutely. Fortress is now the challenge for Fnatic to close this series in a 2-0 over FURIA to bounce back.
Let's see here, starting out with the Snake. Snake being such a good operator too, because Fortress is a really tight map towards the middle round. Just being able to get that information off the scanner is extremely big here. Good to see the Monty going away. Monty being one of the best shields just to be able to drop old tower, drop the con side, walk up.
Yeah, the Monty was particularly influential last time around, as we saw. So no surprise, Fnatic taking that away. They don't want Volps. You know, we'd questioned maybe Furia's shield play previously, but they really did show an ability in that last one to get the most out of it. So we will be getting on into round 1 here of Fortress. Now loading in. Where will we be going? I imagine it will be office to begin with, as it usually is, office and bathroom. And then it certainly will be. So, big question for me here is where does the FURIA push come from? Do we have attention over to game and dorms? Fnatic will likely hold that at least to begin with. Do we have attention to Eagle? Personally, I always like to see at least 2 lines of attack. You don't want to be going in one single direction because eventually the defenders figure that out and all 5 guns are going to be trained towards the angle that you're pushing from. So, which do FURIA choose?
Seeing based off of this, they're going to have the Blackbird going lower Eagle side here, and they have Laura's pre-placed cam on the actual dorm side. So you should see DS take that control once they layer that, because a lot of teams like to give that control once you put that initial pressure into Eagle side. Like you got to clear through white here, so making sure they can get that split pressure is going to be big in the mid round right now. Looking to their lineup, Fnatic here have the pulse to get the information on the below player here. The mirror is going to be really good. A zombie too to be able to hold. Or trying to repel, can't repel there. The mirror is going to be really good too to cut lines of sight on the briefing side, just holding on to the bathroom here. Thorn's going to be a great trap operator right now. You see the nades coming out to try to clear up, open up that courtyard gap here. Twitch is going to be big too. Mirror and Thorns being available. Grim outside a horse. Deimos 2 below horse. Could see them go for a horse take mid round. Maybe climb with the BB up the hall right now. Starting dorm side. Wolf's going to go old tower right now with the shield spearhead through. He is going to get the walls. They're denying. So a lot of teams do this double reinforcement on the games wall, making sure you can actually do a games extension a lot harder right now, making them have to get that deeper wall open here with the range breach and having the player deny that here. Great strategy coming out from Fnatic. Let's see.
Certainly holding the old tower players at bay for the time being. Volps is going to move his way up the stairs so he can start getting... He's going to move his way quickly back down again as he takes a couple of shots there. But whilst that was happening, Boxero was droning out the Eagle side as well. So FURIA are certainly looking towards the possibility of having those multiple angles of attack that we spoke about. Herds will help Volps now start to move in. We do see Citizen move himself away. He's gone more towards holding onto courtyard, which leaves Smith all alone on that side of things to hold on, but he's dipped away as well. Volps takes that ground, Herds with him, so FURIA still come in at 45, but they have got that south side locked down.
Headshot being a thorn on his side. They have information on the horse player right now. He's going to get tracked. They're going to push him back here. They're going to style it. They're going to put his power, this guy's styles right past him. Good play, getting back to sight here. Now it's all in the clear through a briefing. How they're going to deal with this mirror, how they're going to deal with Citizen in the hallway right now. If they flip off horse, it could be good. If they stack through, it could be bad for them here. Looks like they're going to go horse side with the Blackbeard. Doubling up. Grim going to help catalyze with the bees here.
Loira's just moved underneath on the Deimos, maybe going to try and just dislodge a couple of these players, but Deepak on the pulse should be able to keep an eye on his location as soon as they know that he's down there. 25 seconds left to go. A bit of a concern for FURIA on the attack here. They've spent a lot of time in the middle of the round kind of stalled out and not really pushing site or pressuring, removing utility. Boxzera does manage to find the pulse, takes down Deepak, 15 seconds left to go. Time could be running low here. Fnatic need 1 or 2 gunfights to hold on. Loira takes down Citizen with the Vendetta. Deadshot 1, Wizard another 2v3. Is there an opportunity for Volts to plant? He will start it. I don't think Fnatic can do anything about this. Effectively 2 versus 2. If they can find the first kill, it could be over. Wizard does get the shield player. It's 2 versus 1 now. Fnatic, 1 fight to win. It's all up to Herds. He hears him go prone. You won't get away with that. Wizard now 1v1 gets onto the diffuser. Is Herds going to get there quick enough? He goes to take the fight and wins it! At the last second, Wizard had baited him in. He goes for the gunfight, but FURIA, they get the kill in the round.
Herdzine, big player in the big match here, putting his team on top. Great round for the start. You see how just that split really got rolling right there, and it just, there was so much pressure being stacked up. Fnatic really were spinning. They didn't know which way they wanted to fight. They have to make sure in these rounds when they feel that split, that horseplay starts, they have to put pressure onto the courtyard player, onto the briefing player, get rid of those guys on the backside so they can focus on the front. Great round from FURIA. Really milking the clock, making them have to make a mistake right there. You see Laura 2 going below. Here's the Warden drop con. Leaves it, goes back up the courtyard, ends up getting a kill in the courtyard hall. Just beautiful rotation. Going to just find the gap. Such a great player, Laura.
Using those multiple angles, using those soft spots of Fnatic to be able to pick up the kills there, FURIA, and that leads us into round 2. We're going to have Fnatic moving on. They will this time go to Games and Dorms, so they'll be on the south side. They will pay some defensive attention back to the previous site, office, bathroom, courtyard. They'll want to hold on to that top side. FURIA, couple of options here. They can work their way through Eagle, through Tower, through that top side, or we can have a slightly more direct approach. Get that wall open directly into sight, get a challenge onto central stairs and move in from there.
See right now, bringing in the Blackbeard might be a little bit of a quick... No, they're going to go for a clear here with a double shield at thermite to get the walls open here on the split side. That's good lineup from Fnatic. Have 2 time stalls, the Goyo, the smoke here. The Woman's going to be great too, just to make sure you have a C4 capability and you can just protect all the Na'Vi here. The Finn's going to be great for the gaps. The Warden's going to be good too because the Glazing is up, so you always have to be precautionary. Always have that just in your back pocket because you don't know if the attack is bringing them or not until they're actually shown.
30 seconds in then, waiting for FURIA to get themselves established fully inside of the map, but we've got Boxzera working his way up tower stairs. He's going to get himself into Eagle and start this push forward and the clearance, as you suggested, with Volps in tow. It is going to be a top floor sweep from FURIA. Try to take that far side and then move into sight after that point.
Of course here. Let's get out here. Boxzera opening it up. Boxzera at 1 HP though. The smoke gore is going to be huge here now. 2 impacts on Deepak too. Can effectively kill Boxzera by himself. Going below. Misses the impact. Very unlucky. 1 impact left here.
FURIA making great progress here. Herds has got himself all the way into bathroom. He's going to be opening up briefing walls. So right now, Fnatic have been completely pinned back into sight. They still have 5 left alive, which is something for them. But the big question is, where are they going to have an impact? Deepak is actually underneath. He's kind of keeping himself off the radar and is one to watch at the minute, as is Wizard. So there's only 3 on site, and there's a real opportunity here for a flank to come off and to really hurt FURIA. We'll keep an eye on that as the round develops.
Gonna flank Khan right now, plus the central flank. Boxzera holding for it. See this timing right here. It's gonna be big if he gets off this camera or not. Oh yeah, he just has to wait for the execute to start and then start this flank. Does it too early, gets the information on the flank. Now they know. They're gonna turn here. Did they get this kill? Boxzera gonna spearhead. They're gonna look like they're gonna go mattress side here, but Deepak can activate on the flank lower central side right now. Forcing FURIA's play before they want to make it. In the site now. Watch for Deepak. Smoke comes out. Blitz Boxzera in the site. Oh! Gets a trade.
Not going to get away with it against the Warden. The plant does go down though. They managed to secure that. 4 versus 5 in the post plant now. FURIA need to hold on, but they are in pretty good position. positions here, but Deepak had picked him out earlier. He's been lurking underneath for the longest time, and he moves back up as part of that retake. Beautiful stuff. Diaz manages to find one, but Fnatic are grinding them down, burning them away one by one. Lyra picks up Deepak, 1v2 as the trade comes in. It's all up to Lyra now. 2K is going to have to become a 4K if he wants to win this out. Wizard gets onto the diffuser. Is he going to be able to stick this? Can Lyra find him? He he can't. Hitting shots. How about that for some nerve from Wizard? He's taking damage, but he trusts his teammate to hold him, to cover him, and to take Lyra's attention. Just sticks it out. Holding F has never been so hard.
Oh my gosh. These are some of the closest rounds I've seen. What a game. Good luck, and everyone at home, grab your popcorn. Do what you need to do. Grab your food of choice, your beverage of choice. It's only heating up here at the EWC.
I cannot believe that Wizard kept hold of that. It's something that we say so often, but I can't overstate. It seems like such a simple thing at home. If he lets go of F, they lose the round. So it's super simple to keep hold of it, right, Dave? No. In that situation, when you start taking damage, there is an instinct in you to let off, to challenge, to fight back, and to just ignore that and to keep a hold of that key and understand that is the only win condition you've got in the round. In that kind of stressful situation at this size of tournament is unbelievable. Well played, Wizard. Well played, Fnatic. They get the post plant done. 1-1.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see it. Going Hamam here. No, it's top. Okay. This top down messes me up sometimes. Going to the top side here. Going to see the Deimos track coming up below shotgun. Tells me it's going to be a little bit of an eagle take right now. That verticality is going to be really strong right now. Going to see what information they have. Volps with no one spotted right now. Or, yeah, no one spotted. No one in this track. We're doing some early breaching. Putting pressure, I assume, onto the onto the split side right now. Trying to send Topic that they're going to go for the same type of clear through the dorm side here. But they want to go horse here. Horse and eagle. Lion scan the lock. Hers is going to look to use his smokes to isolate this master side. Going to be an early hop maybe from Bonk. I think he has a gap. Nades from below. Going to push Smith's back right now. They're going to have to care for this painting hop from the Lion. Let's see if Bonk goes for it off his pressure from Diaz on the horse. Okay. What they're holding for. Deepak in the hallway right now. C4 ready for the white climb. They're going to trap this guy and go on him. Holding the vert for the rotate.
Nobody really pushing that eagle side just yet. There is a little bit of a ping there, but I think maybe incorrect intel. There's nobody looking to move up there just yet. That's going to come slightly later in the round. The thing that comes right now is Lyra taking down Deepak. That's going to be the Azami off the board. No more Kiba barricades for Fnatic. Great opener. Lyra having a good game so far here on Fortress. 4-1 as it stands. They know now that the Deimos is up at the top of Eagle Stairs. Smith is there ready for the challenge. Manages to put some damage down. Herds picks up Deadshot elsewhere. They're keeping Smith busy, so there's only really two inside a site. They can't fight back as they come in. Citizen manages to get a double. He's going to have to make it an ace. 1 versus 3. FURIA are in a position to start thinking even about putting this diffuser down if they wish to, if they can get themselves on. Inside, Volps is there on the door, ready to move on in. Track comes out. They now know where Citizen is. They're going to go in for the challenge. He picks up one. Surely he can't do this. 1v3 becomes 1v2. Could it be an ace clutch? No! Diaz denies! What could have been a play of the tournament from Citizen? 4 kills, just not enough, Dave.
Wow. I mean, my gosh. You see, too, you're talking about not taking that pressure white side up, but they're putting so much pressure on their defense, making them think they're going to commit to the white side. They give all the pressure on the dorm side. They allow Laura all the way up the mattress hallway. They kill Horse before they get the white side, and then it makes a defense sandwich. You look at Citizen, heads are spinning. He finds a great way to bring that round back. Just what a tight round. I feel like FURIA, again, need to sync that up a little bit better. Bonk peeking a little bit early, taking away the counter pressure there, leaving it in the 2v1. They're giving Fnatic they're still in these rounds here. It's any man's game.
You can see a few smiles on the side of Fnatic as well. They know just how close that one was to getting over the line. I will keep talking about Citizen and these influential kills. It's not necessarily about number, it's about the impact of the kills that he has in many of the rounds. Always seems to be at the heart of those important moments, and he was nearly at the heart of an absolutely huge one then. What would have been an ace? Not a 1v5, but it would have been a 1v4, I believe. Unbelievable stuff. A great attempt, just couldn't quite get it over the line. FURIA 2-1, and they come out with the advantage. Fnatic will move us on and go downstairs now to waiting.
Let's see here. A lot of trap operators tell me it's going to be a horizontal extension. Cade Bandit's going to deny them from getting rid of the hatches, so no projectile breach coming out. You usually see the Habana just open up these hatches on the top floor. The Thermite coming out. Should be a horizontal sweep right now coming out from FURIA here. But look at Thermite the Hammam wall, take lobby, Thermite the lower lobby wall. Spawn peeking and goes onto Bonk, takes a little bit of damage here. They're going to start this round slow, put the pressure right now. They may go for quick bathroom entries with their eyeing up with the Zofia. They're going to Zof through the wall here, take showers, like I said here. Look on the Hammam side. Smith is going to be the main target right now. Fnatic are going to have to care how they want to help him. Smith's stopping this push initially.
I think he knows that that's not going to be a fight that he's going to win against the three of them, including the Blackbeard, so he moves away. He's going to just drop back, no doubt call in for a bit of support. Razor Bloom is deployed late from Smith, but manages to at least back up the shield operator for the time being. Nade goes in, does force the movement. Smith gets away without any damage. Herds and Boxera have taken some chip along the way, as does Volps. Loira, however, finding that entry again, 2 rounds in a row. Smith manages to pick up Herds. He's doing a great job here of holding back this side of the push, but the problem is his teammates elsewhere are dropping like flies, one after another. Smith's now taken down. FURIA 4 versus 1. It's all up to Citizen again. No idea that the Thermite is waiting around the corner. He dies as he peeks around, and that's going to be another round for FURIA. 3-1, and they're looking confident on Fortress, Dave.
Laura activating. Just their plays are so in sync right now. Just taking that space, not overextending, forcing Fnatic to react, forcing them into their crossfires, allowing Laura to eat up right now. Timeout coming out from Sathis. Let's see what he has to say.
Definitely going to need to have some sort of impact on the team here. I don't know what you really tell them at this point, because FURIA are just looking, they're pushing multiple angles, they're winning every gunfight, they are taking away utility, they're working from underneath where they need to as well. They're just doing a bit of everything. They're ticking so many boxes. It's kind of like, which one do you focus on unticking? Yeah,
and a lot of the time you have so much pressure coming through. You have the Glass, the Sophia, the Blackbeard, the Thermite all pushing the Hammam side. The weakness is Laura. You have to find that one player, isolate him in whatever main zone they're going through. You can back up. That's the one thing they did on Border really well, especially on that event where the 4 people were underneath the hatch. They were able to just back up continuously and push FURIA deeper into these rounds. Right now, they're just giving them the scramble. They're giving them the early fights, the kills, and they're not really making them work for it.
Their Citizen getting taken down at the end of that round. FURIA then sit 3-1 and looking pretty comfortable on Fortress so far. Certainly more impressive showing than on Border. It wasn't bad from FURIA on Border. It just goes to say that this has been, I think, considerably better from them. They are in complete control at the minute. Despite Fnatic not really playing badly themselves, it just shows that FURIA are a great Fortress team, and we're starting to see them stretch their legs and run away with this one a little bit. So round 5 will come on in. It's going to be back down to the bottom side of the map, and Games and Dorms will be our defensive side.
Games Dorm. No smoke, so Old Town's a little bit weak here. No Goyo either. A little bit of an odd lineup right now. Double shield coming out. Let's see if they use that for the clear on their cross. They bring the Valk so they can fight harder. Fnatic looking to contest more right now. Bringing out the Thermite here again. Starting with their default pressure. Putting pressure courtyard side. This map is so important, making sure you open up the avenues so in the late round you have different avenues to come through to really throw your defenders off. He is putting pressure on the main wall here, impacting. Got rid of the courtyard gap with the Twitch drone here. Fnatic gonna have to care for that.
Special charge. Stay clear.
Deadshot is currently the player that's playing to aggress onto that vending window. He's actually dropped back into sight at the moment. He's had a couple of quick looks at it, but decided that he's not going to challenge that too hard because FURIA have been well aware of it. They've had a gun trained on it at all times. Wizard does manage to pick up Loira. That's what they needed. As you said, when Loira's going in there, trying to get aggressive on one side, on his own, you got to punish him. You got to make sure that you're making him pay for that you're taking advantage of getting the opportunity to isolate him. Boxera does manage to take down Deepak though. Nice trade, levels it out, 4 versus 4.
Left wall coming out right now. Gonna push the layer back. They do have the thermite, 2 thermites left. They should be able to get this open. No real wall to knob besides the mute. I don't think they have a mute they have a mute pre-space on that wall, okay? You need to use nades of the Blackbeard to get that off.
Isothermic charge goes out, opens up the wall, and that is FURIA progressing nicely here. They're now going to open the wall from briefing into site itself. 1 exothermic left for Herds, so he will. He's going to rotate away with it in pocket. Actually, I thought that they were going to open site wall up, but no, they've decided to make a move instead.
Nothing to get this wall. They could use the cans. Beautiful play.
Yeah.
Cans don't get stopped by mute jammers here. They're going to use a can, they're going to nade it, and they're going to thermite after. Beautiful play here from FURIA.
They've already got that preset so that they don't need to worry about getting the thermite up onto the wall after that has been opened up. We see the full breach coming on through, and I think that Fnatic are going to have a couple of shields up in their face any second now. 40 seconds left to go, and you feel like FURIA are just 1 or 2 kills away from getting themselves another successful round here. The next step for them is getting on into sight and in a position to put this diffuser down. That's going to be the play. Volps goes in, gets himself behind a little bit of cover. Not in a position yet to get himself into sight though, that's the big problem. Nade comes in, Smith gets 1 as he dips away, Wizard another 3 versus 2, Fnatic holding on. It's going to be all up to Herds to hold the cover, but Boxera taken down. Fnatic fight back and get themselves a defensive round. It's 2-3. They refuse to let FURIA run too far away from them on Fortress.
Really nice round 2 from Fnatic. Finding a way to really make them waste time getting that wall open, and forcing them into that later and execute. They have the central play again. They kill the Mattress Hall potential. They force them just being able to be twin. There's no real playing potential for Boxera there because he went to the right side where the 2 players were instead of going for the solo player. Very unlucky on the counting right there. Good round from Fnatic. That was a nice nade right here too to clear out.
It was, I mean, Smith, you know, beautiful play from Smith as well. Like you say, the nade comes in, it forces him out. You're going to lose your life, but if you can take 1 along with you, it's the best you can ask for in that situation. Not easy with the SMG-12 either, but does find his shots, finds his man, takes him down, and at least gets his team a little bit of something. Round 6 then, final defensive round for Fnatic. We're going to have them going to office and bathroom once again.
The 3-2 right now. Crucial round here for Fnatic, getting this going into the attacking half. Bringing out this mute again. Great info. Knowing where they are is going to be so important for them here. The zombie's going to be crucial, but they really need to make sure that they don't get pulled too much on this white side, and they're trying to just isolate these fights right now. Going for a spawn peek here. See if it nets anything right now. Oh, Boxera.
One problem that Fnatic are going to face is a slightly lower attacking win rate than they might like here on Fortress, but that's a problem for them to deal with after the half-time. For now, they just need to focus on round 6, which is getting this defense locked down and getting themselves that 3-3 split. I think if they come away with a 3-3 split, Fnatic have done fantastic here because FURIA, you know, they've certainly not been messing about. They've been right on top of them. They've given very little breathing space. Smith, again, he's having a good game, 4 and 5. Not a huge amount of kills necessarily, but again, impactful. We saw it in the last round, helping to get it over the line, and just, he's burning a lot of time, is Smith. He's in these positions where he's coming under a lot of pressure.
Playing with the same pressure on the dorm side right now. They have the zombie still staying stood right there, just keeping that control, keeping their feet planted in the deep parts of the map right now. Oh, opening kill on Wizard. Volps lurking below here with the bomb too. Wow. Looking to do maybe a little bit of a horse take right now. Let's see what the Daemons will. They put a track out on him. Doing some damage to the drone hole here. Just probing, looking like they're going to take the space they're going to layer here. Volps walking up the old tower side, looking to pinch out Deadshot right now. Deadshot is not going to track him, yep. Might die to Volps. Yep. 5v3. He's gonna flip back below too. Leave the lurk for Laura.
Great play from the Demos there to take down the second, and that's going to be FURIA now. 5 versus 3, certainly in the driving seat. They've got that south-sided control, and they've got time on their side as well. 1:15 left to go. They're getting the drones in. They've got Volps working around underneath. He's going to try and get himself up white stairs again, I think, and pressure from the opposite side. Fnatic are going to find themselves surrounded very soon.
Yes. Right now, you need to work either slower right now or just try to stop this front on the white side, giving a lot of space here. They have con control too right now, getting pushed back right now. There's some damage to Bong's arrow here. They have the white side, no C4 in hand. Nades come out to push him back. Yeah, it's a tough one right now. They're in a cage here. They gotta fight their way out.
Smith's coming under a lot of pressure and being forced back. It's Herds, however, who manages to find Citizen. That's the next kill on the list. They're moving Fnatic around at will. It becomes a flawless round. They had every angle watched. They had every piece of intel that they needed. FURIA looking good now. It is a 4-2 half.
I love it. Great attack right there. Beautiful way to play for it. Timeout coming out too. Safety's already called his timeout too, so he gets another timeout to really try to give them this momentum, give them this comms. They just need to kind of get back into this, because I feel like they're already going to have the defensive game plan, but right now they're trying to get your team back into this game confidence-wise, because you see they're proning in sight. You know, they're kind of hiding, not really making plays back onto FURIA, and that's just going to give FURIA the upper hand.
I think at this point, Fnatic won't be taking this too hard at the minute. Like I said, Fortress, not necessarily one of their regular maps. FURIA much more accomplished on there, so I think, you know, Fnatic, maybe you come in, you do whatever you can do. If you can get a result, fantastic. If not, you move on and you look towards Cafe. It's a middle of the pack map for both of them. There's going to be no clear favourite if we get to Cafe. It could be absolutely anybody's, to be honest, and it's going to be a bit of a bloodbath, so we will see. I think everybody wants to see a bit of that at this point, because this has been a great matchup so far. 4-2 FURIA at the half. Loira going really well, supported by Herds. Herds was a little bit quiet on border, but he's come back as that talisman for the team, got himself into it. 8-3 for Loira, 7-4 for Herds, 15 between the two of them, really driving things for FURIA.
He had a big smile on Diazluka's face too. That's important, just mentality-wise. Just being a map down, having that smile, still having fun. It's great to see here.
I think both teams certainly reveling in their involvement in this matchup. Are these the ones that you really are dying to play in, Dave? These are the games, or would you rather have a 7-0, 7-0 win?
I feel like the tight matches, honestly, you lose yourself in them because they're so stressful, but you have to be so detached, especially as a caller, from just the result, that you kind of, it's kind of like a roller coaster, you know, there's so many different emotions, so many close rounds, so many lost rounds, that you get out of it and you're just thankful, like, you won, honestly. So I feel like these are the matches to live for at the big tournaments, with elimination on the line, really being able to step up for your fan base, for your teammates, for your family. I mean, this is how you build your name right now.
How much do you remember of it afterwards when you come out of a game that's, you know, really stressful, really long? You've had 15 rounds in the first map, you've got a tough second map, and it comes down to a close third. You just walk away from that and think, what just happened? Like, we won, but I don't know. I don't remember how.
I remember it was after the BDS game on Astralis when we qualified for main stage. I looked at call out and I was like, that was a close one, because it went 7-5 and it was just tight rounds, and it was, honestly, you have to be able to be appreciative of the win, but also you have to be respectful to make sure you can actually learn from the points, because even if you win, there's always going to be learning points in your win, because you're not doing everything perfectly. So you're always being able to learn from the wins and the losses. That's what makes the great teams great.
Let's see which of these teams is going to come away great on Fortress. Then we head back into our second half. Bans have come through. The Electro Bros are gone, Dave. It's Kaid and Bandit that have been taken away. How much value do you think there is in that on Fortress? You've got the external breach into dorms, but other than that, we don't really see kind of too much breaching. There's that briefing wall, but otherwise,
I feel like the briefing wall really is the main part for both of the sites, because it's like the main choke point that you can really allow that Bandit and Cade to come into light, and I feel like it just allows you to play a lot more passive. Plus, honestly too, it can get a little bit annoying, so it really just depends on how the team wants to play and what they want to play against their attacking side. And if they want to solve against other things they want to solve against, they're going to leave it up, but they don't want to solve against the Bandit in the cage, so they get rid of it. So I'm fine with that here. Double shield ban too from FURIA, just getting rid of the Smiths here. Main theme. Info coming out. It's going to be heavy right now. Grim, Snake, Dokkaebi.
That's the problem that you face, isn't it? You take the double shield ban, you force Smith onto the Dokkaebi instead. It's kind of pick your poison, you know, which one do you really want to face down? They've decided that it's going to be the intel game that they would rather deal with here on the defense Furia. So they will kick things off, and they're actually on the south side of things, and it's going to be 2 below, 3 above. It's waiting that they're in. They've taken, we saw this from team from Wildcard. It was a couple of days ago that we saw this, just kind of going in that reverse order, taking what would normally be the third choice site to begin with.
They're going for a top tick right now. The Nomad breaching charges. Showing they want to do some horizontal pressure. A little bit of a top X in there now from Laura. Dokkaebi has a Rooney called, ready to go. Rooney playing middle side. Might be playing for a lurker to the side off the Hammam side here. Maybe trying to split the site. Ignore this roam clear. Deadshot working up top right now. Gonna take the courtyard hall here. Good info on the drone work right now. Gotta spot Laura. Laura takes a lot of damage. Or gotta spot Volps. Volps and Laura playing this top 4 together here.
I've detected an enemy nearby.
I like this from Fnatic. They're working quickly at the minute using those intel ops. There's no reason for them to be getting caught up, to be too slow. They've got the Dokkaebi, they've got the Solid Snake, they've got the drones ahead of them as well. They should be able to go through here and get a good indication of what they are facing ahead. As it stands, there's only Volps remaining upstairs on the mirror. He's in game and he's got himself hidden away in a corner at the minute. I am not sure how aware of his position they are, and if a Solid Snake walks into him without scanning and finds himself in a problem, that would be unforgivable. But we don't have to forgive anything as Wizard gets around the corner, gets the kill, nearly loses his life in doing so, but that is now advantage Fnatic on the attack. Diaz taking damage as well.
On the flank, gets pushed back down. Fury need to find a kill back right now. They're looking to go through Oven right now with the Capital, or with the Grim. Grimmies are going to be huge right now just to make sure they can actually get this influence at the site. Be out Oven. Breach is coming out too. Gonna make site extremely hard to play right now. He is getting aggressive.
All of Furia just being pushed back a little bit. Lyra making the most of his HP that he's got. Takes down Wizard, who was only on a sliver himself. Herds and Lyra are another couple, and they've just dropped deeper. They've absorbed that pressure really well that Fnatic were placing on them. Deepak does manage to get one back, but little idea as to where the last is. Diaz manages to find him, and that's going to be Furia taking their first defense on the offsite as well. Huge advantage at 5-2 now.
I feel like too, you see Wildcard do this a lot too on that site. It's very, you can give them that space because it's so hard, because you know you get the kitchen wall open, but the site is so much deeper than that, and they have the Goyos to deny, install at the DMR deep. And the Med Hall flank right there, kind of Fnatic is giving them a little bit too much space and kind of trapping themselves in, and Fury just kind of condensing like an anaconda around them right there. Great round from them.
Fnatic, time to dig deep. They've had their tactical timeout. They've had the half-time chat. There is no more that Satus can do as the coach to interject here. It is all down to the players. They will be attacking the top floor this time. It will be office and bathroom, often chosen as the primary site choice. Furia showed a great ability to defend the downstairs. You can't imagine it's going to get any easier upstairs here for Fnatic. Just having a look at how much utility is going to be committed out to this south side. That's going to be the interesting point here. We've got Lyra and Diaz out there at the minute. I think they're going to be the two tasked with holding on to that. Fnatic are going to have a job on their hands clearing them out. Citizen bringing along the Brava here. I think maybe looking towards those Gashmots, the Razor Blooms, just being able to take those away and clear a path for the rest of his team.
Yeah, just making sure you bring more of the Twitch. It's a little bit different of an operator, but you just have the capability still to get rid of those traps. Opening up the gaps here in the mid-round. Trishon's can also to be more focused for the mirrors, just making sure you actually have just redundancy for what you need to do here. Looking for the Thorn Trap outside. Don't think there is one here. Bar deep. That offense worked like the office bomb too, just giving that pressure outside the map, making it so they have to clear that. Game the Xin too. See the double reinforce coming out. No shield for the central pressure. Bonks era. Wizard wins the opening. Big pick right there.
Fnatic have done a good job of keeping themselves in it on the entry. They certainly haven't fallen behind there. The problem is that Furia have been pretty capable of keeping themselves in those rounds, fighting back from behind and still making it difficult for the EML side. We can see there's been a little bit of attention towards Old Tower, but there's not too much going on there from Fnatic at the minute. Herds manages to find the kill onto Deadshot. Lyra is the last one that is left defending that south side. Smiths is the one on Fnatic, tasked with going in there and taking the ground. For the time being though, Fnatic are revolving around kind of up on the top floor and not really making too much progress at the minute.
Very split up right now, taking a lot of solo fights here. Need to see how they want to get into this round. Looking for a courtyard walk. Smith's still outside the map here. No, he's walking below here. Might do a con climb, and they might walk in corridor off each other. Citizen looks like he's gonna eye a hop on painting. Gotta go off the Grim Bees on horse. Wait for this 3-2-1 right now. Citizen dies on the hop. Smith ups con right now. Walking corridor, Elamine hits. They have the crossfire. Herds involved right now. Speaking for him. Takes a kill. Triple kill for Herds.
What a round from Herds. Lyra manages to pick up another Volts, finishes it off onto Wizard. That is now going to be a serious advantage for FURIA. They are 6-2 up and looking very, very comfortable here on Fortress. One more round is all it will take. Fnatic, they're going to have to get 4 back-to-back if they want to avoid a map 3. But it certainly looks like that might be where we're heading, and what a treat it'll be between these two teams.
I mean, it's an amazing series. You start to see really furious clash showing out on this map because they're just ahead of them. This map is such a big mid-round map, especially too, just making sure you can open the round well, but then in the mid-round, just being able to take the space that they give you. So just need better work from Fnatic in this mid-round, seeing what's being given and actually being able to push them back. Because if you give them that space they're giving you for free, it's worse for you.
I want to say here for FURIA, this is, as an individual map, the best performance that I've seen from them internationally to date. I think, you know, we've spoken about their struggles at Salt Lake City, we've spoken about their prowess regionally. Here at EWC, it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride again for FURIA. They are in a position in this match where if they lose, their key will be crushed, they go home. That's not what we would necessarily expect from this roster, but honestly, this is what I am used to seeing out of them in SAL. This is what they are capable of doing to teams, and I think it's genuinely the first time that I am at least seeing FURIA deliver what they can as their best on a map internationally.
Good to see, finally finding that footing, and that's what it takes. Smith's doing a quick entry up here with the shield. Having pressure being put around him to try to mask that. C4 play coming out. Hertz gonna spot the blitz right now. Pops the flame. He's gonna be forced to drop con. He's gonna C4 zone rotate right now. Bong taking damage outside. Peeking courtside. Not afraid to go for the play still, even being such an advantage to the 6-2 lead here. Wizard creating his courtyard pressure. Can Hertz style pass or he's gonna die right now. Let's see. Oh, gets off the cut as he goes for it. Siege timing right there. Wow.
We've seen a little bit of a change to Courtyard over the couple of months that Fortress has been in the map. Initially, it was kind of seen, I think, as a place you went to die. Attacking teams just avoided it. More recently, we've seen it coming into the meta a little bit. Attacking teams willing to push there.
Of course, I feel like it's a quick spot where you can do the vault over and be in it extremely quickly, especially when teams are really running an extend. With this type of setup, it's a little bit weaker because you see this hard zone inside the hallway with the Warden. So you really need to make sure you have something to clear the shield. They have the full rest for it. They have to push him back, care for the mirror, holding the cross from the side, and make sure they can use the back window of Loaf in combination with the hallway here to clear this Warden right now. And that's what it takes too. It takes a lot of different team plays and mini plays to really get you into the map. Coming out from
a lot of drawing continuing from Fnatic here. Just wanting to again increase that intel. They've not actually managed to get themselves into a position to challenge any of these FURIA players yet, and Lyra is currently sat there just lurking, waiting for his opportunity to pounce, and he could be doing some serious damage when he does. As it is, the shield is going to be pushing up at the top of central stairs.
I gotta go match side here with an old tower split. They know he's flanking, okay? They have one holding for him here. They need to speed their play up. Oh, coming back right now. And, yeah, they get stalled out by the smoke with Diaz. Citizen gets one on Hertz. That's a mirror down. Deadshot kills the flanker. Warden's still in the hallway right now. He's gonna have to back up here. Bomb going down on Mattress side. They have the cut. One dead. He's gonna hop through. Is he 9? No. Good cover from Deepak. 1v4. All on Diaz.
Fnatic have done a great job of making sure that they had every angle covered there to be able to get the diffuser down successfully. So Wizard takes down Diaz. That's going to close out the round. Fnatic keep themselves alive on Fortress for one more round at least. That brings us back to 6-3. They still have 3 more to go if they want to bring this to overtime. It's not going to be easy, but every journey starts with a single step, and they just took it.
Of course, here we go. See the third band coming out. FURIA gotta get rid of the blitz. Expected the mirror being gone too. See how good that mirror system was. I feel like though FURIA 2 kind of got a little bit too advantageous. Herds dying off the mirror peeking, Laura going for that flank. You make them actually get into this next step of clearing out that warden. They weren't going to go for it. They were going for the match side. But even though you give away those 2 kills on the backside, weaken the extension, allow the split to come through, Diaz has to give up the old tower side. You see Wizard eat up off that. Just making sure you're actually making Fnatic get into that step, and then when they get in that step actively, you're making your play onto them.
Okay then, every round at the minute could be Fnatic's final round on Fortress. FURIA, of course, just need one more. And this time they will be going back down to waiting. That's where they're going to try to get this one finished off. They did win it back in round 7 and are now able to come back in round 10. And this time, FURIA will not even have Blitz to play behind. It wasn't enough for them to get it done last time, and it is not going to be available for them this time. So they've got the glass, they've got the Nomad Ram, so it's going to be a little bit of vertical pressure. I think we're maybe going to see that hatch player here with the Capitao being brought in as well.
Yes. I want to see if they use his glass here. Here's going for a spawn peek. 4 thorns, 2 bar in the pocket. Do not do this at home, guys.
Certainly taking some serious risk there on the side of the Thorn, but he's going to disappear into the map, keep himself safe. I'd still like to see him get some of that utility out there.
Of course. Especially the barbed wire. I feel like the Thorns are, you see really common with the LMIs to have in pocket. At least 2. 4 and 2 is a little bit... Let's see what he does. Gonna put 1 Thorn mine down. Starting off with this top take, dropping the glass down.
The Razor Blooms do start to be positioned. He's down now to 2 in pocket. Would still like you to get that barbed wire out, Herds, if I'm honest. Make sure it's down there for your team. It's not being brought as a decoration, my friend. But for the time being, he's going to keep a hold of it. It's still 5 versus 5. In goes Wizard on the Snake. We've seen him have some great moments with the F2. Locates himself a player. Gonna go to chase him down, but Lyra does dip himself away. The Boogie Drone has done its work above as well. So right now, FURIA will be playing a little bit deeper outside of sight. But this is exactly how they held it last time around, Dave. They didn't need to be inside the site. They were happy to just hold themselves back, take those longer range fights, and they got the kills they needed.
Ooh, almost gets a kill bonk. They might be eyeing the med clear through right now. The glass, Capitao. Gotta clear the barbed wire right now. FURIA either need to help him on the men's head or try to retake the top when they go for med clear here. Let's see which one they choose for. Glass cutting through. Gotta keep this off. He has courtyard control right now. Wizard holding the flank 2 on the backside. Deadshot doubled up Herds on the top Eagle side right now. Stalemate right now. Both frozen. Who makes him first move?
And it only benefits FURIA as that clock keeps ticking down. We often refer to it as the 6th man. It works in the favour of the defenders all the time. And Fnatic, they need to find a way to get moving here. They take a challenge onto the stairs just to prevent that flank coming down and applying pressure. Deadshot onto Herds. Diaz with 1 onto Deepak. Important utility lost with the Capitao going by the wayside. We're going to have Citizen taking the fight on here. Manages to pick up Lyra. And there's also a down elsewhere. It's Diaz. That's the Warden down. So there's a real opportunity. If Fnatic realise it, they need to get aggressive, push forward. They don't have the diffuser in hand at the minute. That's a little bit of a problem. I'm not sure exactly where it's down, but they're going to have to go for kills. Deadshot takes some damage. 2v2, 2v1. They have to make the decision to commit to this fight. Boxera can just keep himself alive. There's no opportunity for them to plan. He shoots around the corner and he wins it out for FURIA. Fnatic, they fail to have the opportunity.
Gets crushed. It all gets decided on Cafe.
Here we go then, FURIA versus Fnatic, playing for absolutely everything they've got left here at the Esports World Cup. We have had big performances so far, Dave, on both sides of the table. They have been giving it absolutely everything, and they've just got one more map to hold on through this one. We're going to have our bans come in. It's Monty and Solid Snake. It's Castle and Wamai. That Castle ban, an interesting one.
Castle usually see it sometimes. Some teams just don't want to have to make sure they have to go across the map to open up different castle barricades, purchase a guard extension, leaves the Azami up. Should expect to see the Azami on the top extension here if they want to contest piano. You're going to see the Monty, the Snake band. Snake's going to be good for the info op. You see Wizard running out almost every round it's up. Going to be bringing the line out just to be able to slow down the aggression coming out from FURIA here. Oh, yeah. The Monty band's a good band too because you know I really do love their shield play. It's going to open up the Blitz, the Blackbeard combination here. So you can look to see Smiths on that. You're going to see Deepak on the Nomad going to be able to shut down the eastbound pressure, the Garage run out, the Snowdar run out, the Bakery run out. Gridlock to shut down the red flank, the staircases here. Going mining first, mining one of the most deep state win con sites, of course, how I always like to say, you have your below pressure, you have your top pressure to be able to retake through. The top side should be a lighter layer here. You see, you can bring out the mirror, the cage to really make sure that if they don't bring this Thatcher, this range breach out, they're not going to be able to work this. Bring a Thatcher out, you're on Thatcher on the roof, you Thatcher through the floor, you get rid of the mirrors, you push them back slowly and steadily, but then that forces them into the late round here. You see 4 C4s and the trap operator. You're going to be playing for the reading side right now, or the reading side, should I say, with the C4s above to the long bar side and towards the laundry hatch here. Fnatic needs to find a way to make that mid round a little bit quirky right now.
Fnatic very conscious of the possibility of any spawn peaks or early aggression coming out of FURIA, and you can't blame them. With the players on the side of FURIA, they are certainly willing to take a gunfight. Nothing doing for them though, but you've always got to show that attention because you know the second you don't, that's what's going to happen. Lyra manages to get a kill, and look who it is. Smith's taken out, Blackbeard off the board. That top floor clearance just became a little bit more tricky.
It hurts. Don't have much nades other than Deadshot right now. Looking to see the Thatcher clearing the mute jammer to get rid of this information. Still getting a mute jammer, so he has to waste another Thatcher for it. Only 4 Thatchers left for the Thatchered all 3 mute jammers here. Okay. It's finally getting the info test cigar, but you just see how much that information now has an effect on the attacking side on this map here. Herd's playing below the skylight. Drops off right now. It's a good drop off here. Now they just need to play the layer game. They have their kill already. Play for the C4 on the back windows on D-Peg. He's using 6 pellets.
More Thatcher charges were coming out along the way as well. I don't know if they were targeted maybe at Banshees or at further mute jammers, but one way or another, Citizen was still doing work on that Thatcher up on the rooftop. 1 minute 30, and not really confidently moved inside of the map yet. They've got themselves into Cigar, which is basically just a hatch drop, and then they haven't pushed forward from there. Fnatic a little bit slow on the uptake here of Cafe.
Fighting Ghost right now. Don't really know much where anyone is right now. Deadshot walking to top. Still just clearing stuff with their guns right now. But FURIA is fully gone here. It's into the next round, into the late round right now with the C4s here.
Still got 2 in hand, going to be looking for that bit of verticality where they can get themselves a cheap kill here and there. You always love a nitro kill, because it doesn't put you at any risk to get it if you get it working well. Soft breach charges going off, 45 seconds left for Fnatic here. This isn't terrible timing for them. They have been a little bit slow at the beginning of the round, but they are now starting to apply a little bit of pressure towards site, starting to just give themselves an opportunity to maybe use that external window. Shots continue to rain in through, not going to find their mark, but Deepak, he does level things up with a kill onto Box Zero. That's going to be the Malusi taken off the board. 4 versus 4. My concern for Fnatic here is time. 15 seconds left to go, still 4 left alive. Look at the peak around the corner. Lyra again doing the damage. Citizen onto Diaz. 10 seconds left to go. The plant is going down though. Wizard might be able to stick it. He's going to have to try, but Volbs gets a double. A beautiful retake up above from FURIA. Fnatic have let them get up there above them, and those are the sort of mistakes that will be punished by the Brazilian side.
It's such a deep level of siege because you go off the top floor. If you don't have anyone worried about the retake above, you're going to lose it because it's so much. A lot of times people think it's always below, but a lot of times that white walk-up is really strong too if they don't have anyone walking down. So great play from Volps. Should be a big map from him too. Just you need your experience, your veterans to come out in these map 3s to really just lay down the law and show why you've been in this scene for so long.
They had a Nomad as well, but the air jabs very possibly looking to deal with external runouts and things like that, but not covering off the flanks. They had a gridlock. They had so much utility there to possibly deal with those staircases to prevent that top floor retake coming in from Volps, but one way or another, he's got the job done. Great from him. Fnatic back to the drawing board. Round 2, it's going to be reading this time that they're attacking.
Let's see it here. Again, you see this mirror extension coming out. I'll probably see a mirror third brand here coming from Fnatic. They're going to really force him into that. Getting the hatch right now. You see FURIA right now, they're really playing dual layer. They're contesting the top, but they're also bringing enough C4, so when they do layer back, they have capability to still influence around here. And the Valkyrie's going to bring so much info too in the mid round just for these retakes to know what's clear and where Fnatic are. And that's really such an important part about Cafe, what drones you could deny. You see the Mute Mozzie coming out every round too, so you really have to choose between the Mute, the Mozzie, the Valk, and the Mirror, and the Azami. Just so many power-ups coming out. Great lines from FURIA here. C4 cheese coming out. This guy's deep. Wow.
Going to choose to keep it in pocket for later in the round rather than trying to send it all the way. I would have to say it's going to get shot out long before it reaches its target if it comes out of that window. So, for the time being, FURIA looking pretty good. 40 seconds, still fairly comfortable up there. Fnatic haven't done anything to displace them as of yet. Not on inside of the map. We often talk about this disruption and displacement of defenders. If you think about it, you know, naturally your defenders are going to set up in their #1 power spot. That's where they want to be. So anything you can do to get them moving, whether that be with utility, whether it be with pressure, whether it be with clearing utility from their side as well, it's going to help you to develop because they are going to go to progressively weaker and weaker positions every single time.
Tim, no range breach 2 here. The mirrors are going to be really annoying for them. No Twitch either. Going to have to use flashes to clear Freezer out. C4 comes out. They can layer now. They got to initiate it. Go, 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 go.
Absolutely beautiful stuff from Herds there, catching the man. Deepak taken out. They've no idea. Deadshot, absolutely not a clue. Walks on headlong into Boxera and gets punished for it. 5 versus 3, 5 versus 2 as Volps manages to take down Smith. The shields have been ineffective for Fnatic so far. 5 versus 2 and big problems for Fnatic.
Very difficult here. Not much vert, 2 on the Ram. All Ram's drones gone. Takes a fight. Hertz takes him down. FURIA playing confidently. Should see a timeout soon for Fnatic right now. Oh no, does he lose this one too, Wizard? No, okay. Hertz not gonna go for the peak. Takes the fight up.
Wizard just trying to use the time here, trying to see if they give him an opportunity, which they will. He takes a bit of damage off Herds, but it's going to be Boxera managing to find that kill. As you say, maybe time for Fnatic to be calling an early tactical timeout here. Sathas hasn't got his microphone down at this point, so I don't think we're going to see it just yet. Maybe he gives it another round, but Fnatic were off the pace significantly there in round 2.
Even not even off the pace, but just their lineup. You know, they're running the mirror, they're running all this intel. You need an IQ, you need a range breach too to really just put the pressure on them. And you see him telling Simpson, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. So let's see what they do.
Like you say, Hibana, Ash, Ace, even the Kali, anything
Please,
to be able to deal with that mirror window. We know how powerful they are. I mean, the mirror had such a high ban rate for so long. It's dropped off because, of course, you know, there's so many other power operators now that you have to choose from. You pick your poison, and I'm not sure that mirror is the poison that Fnatic wanted.
Let's see here. Going lower floor right now, again, Mute Mozzie combination just to deny info, the smoke, the Valk information too for the retake. We're throwing for the traps right now. Good to see them bring out an Aurora. Could be a quick play. No Ace, so it might not be. They might do a small hop with the Blitz to run into Bake right now. Twitch coming out too for any traps, and Nomad coming out also. Let's see if we have cans on Zofia. Cans on Zofia, only 2 cans left. They have C4 capability too, so the hatch could be difficult if they go topside, Tim. They only have 1 can for Garage and 1 can for the hatch. Weak canning here. All on Citizen. If Citizen dies, it could be bad for them.
Was that a phrase of weak canning?
Yeah.
I love that. We're going to keep that. That's going to stick around. Weak
open
canning.
Hatch is open there, okay.
Citizen needs to be careful with his life here. This is something you and I have seen a few times, Dave, that lack of redundancy, them being punished. If you're going to do that, you have to recognize that weakness in your team and keep Citizen out of those fights.
So he's going to play to impact Smiths through here, okay? Through the prep side, okay? They're going to play to smoke off the bake, go for the prep kill first, and then reverse clear bakery here. Go to Aurora off small and hop. Let's see how they stop this. The smoke should be able to stop his initial play. Wizard gets down. That's the play stopped. They have to commit to this here. C4 goes out. Doesn't stop him from going C4. C4 out. Misses it. Smoke stops too here. They're fronted. They can't go through this right now. And this is their whole play right now. They're going to sit and wait.
All slowing down on that front side to push for Fnatic, then losing the Twitch. Certainly not ideal. Boxzera having a great game on Cafe so far. No choice but to get aggressive through the smoke. It doesn't work. Lyra backs up his teammate. Hurts with another. This could be a 2 flawless rounds. FURIA finally showing their class on the international stage. They look dominant here on map 3.
Here comes the timeout. Has to. You need it right now. You're not in the Citizen getting frustrated. He always plays worse when he's frustrated here too, so not a good sign for Fnatic. Especially as the main caller, you have to stay detached right now. Oh.
No timeout coming in just yet.
He's letting this slip too far. It's getting away from them right now.
This is it. You feel like a 4-0 is just that little bit too much for Fnatic to be taking on this first half. I just want to have a look at their Cafe stats. We've got
There it is.
reasonable amount of numbers. Yeah, there you go. It's not that we were both kind of, you know, flabbergasted by the fact that we weren't seeing that tactical timeout come in. If we look at the defensive win rate for Fnatic on Cafe across the last 5 times they played it, we're only at a 50%, Dave. They already need to be winning the next 3 rounds.
It's very animated right now. Oh my gosh.
I think he's saying not like this.
Yeah.
I think that might be the message. Not like this, boys.
But I feel like sometimes too as a coach, you have to be really like intentful, because I feel like a lot of the times these players are already feeling so much pressure, and yelling at them, I feel like it's just worse, because a lot of the time people just, a lot of these players shell up. I feel like with more like hard-nosed competitors, if like NFL teams, stuff like that, those people are, it's just a more aggressive sport. With gaming, it's more or less keeping your composure, and I feel like even in talking, you're never really yelling at someone respectfully. You know, you're yelling at them because they're doing something wrong, and it doesn't never make them feel any better.
In this kind of situation, Dave, obviously, you know, when you've sat there and you've got that timeout coming in, is there any difficulty from a player perspective there? Like you say, you know, maybe a coach is yelling, maybe they're not. However it is there an importance for how the coach communicates so that it actually goes in? Is there a difficulty in actually listening and absorbing that information under the stress sometimes?
I feel like yes, especially in this type of matchup when it's coming in very harshly, it could. But one thing Call always talks about and always does is making sure he's a very neutral person for the team. So he's not going to be too overly hyped. He's not going to be too overly angry. Of course, if he needs to get on you, he's going to get on you. But in the moment, he's going to make sure he's giving you just what you need, not any extra emotion behind his messaging. So it's about staying intentful. And you see, too, FURIA completely ahead. They go into the Monzi ban, and this is when they bust out the Clash, the Azami, the double. Oh, the Electro Bros are out and about.
Basically, FURIA are just giving them absolutely no breathing space whatsoever here. They're just ramping up the difficulty. This to me is like FURIA saying, yeah, okay, you've just had a 7 out of 10 difficulty for the last 3 rounds. Now you're about to see the 10.
No breaching either. No Thatcher coming out. The IQ's coming out with no Valkyrie, so they're behind right now. You just see the misinformation game.
Closing off those staircases this time, making sure that there's not going to be any flanks up onto this top floor. It is a top floor site, always one that I ask questions about.
Hiding below an emo right now. Could C4 new Balk. Let's watch for this here.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're aware of DS's position here, and like you say, as soon as they do start dropping, the shield comes around. There's a player actually in heaven over there, so he's going to give the call. Yeah. He's going to say, yeah, they're there. You know, he's going to be the one to kind of pull the trigger on this almost and tell him that it's go time.
It's missing him. Yep, they have no information. Gets the kill on the shield too. Gets traded back.
They're not going to mind that. DS manages to find a second. That's the IQ taken out. So any of those surviving, any of that utility that IQ could have been spotting out, the electrification, anything that could have helped them to move on, even the location of the clash, if that shield is activated, is now going to be gone. 4 versus 3. 3 versus 3 as Wizard fans, an absolute beauty. Feels like that's what Fnatic need at the minute, is that just injection of pace and hype from a couple of big kills.
But I want to see the Ashe on the opposite side trying to get rid of these mirrors for his team. They're walking long ball right now, going through off the Grimbees. Clash should plant shield soon here. They're going deep right now. Laura with 1. Bomb C1 side right now. C4 on Diaz. Has the info on Wizard. Bomb going down. Get off. They get the clash. Shield's gonna go away. Playing the 2v1 right now. Still a C4 up. He styles across mid freezer right now. 1 freezer, 1 tarp. Have a perfect crossfire here. Need to play the 3-2-1 swing. He's gonna walk tarp side. Diaz gonna tuck in the corner here. Volps has his contact. Playing off of Volps. Diaz gonna swing. Diaz gets a 1v1. All on Volps here. He's gonna play time. He's going deep right now. It's good on him. Forced to plant. D-Pick pulls off. Baits it. Volp's gonna push off this last tap. He's walking slow. No information. Styles deep. D-Pick runs. Goes freeze. Pulls out the bailiff. Going close. It's a dance. It's a salsa.
10 seconds left to go. Who is going to find this first? It's going to be Volps on the clash. He doesn't even have a big primary. He just comes in, takes the fight on the clash secondary, wins it out. FURIA will not be stopped. It was a better round from Fnatic. They managed to create that pressure. They got the presence inside of heaven and moved through. Got a couple of kills. Okay, there maybe was a problem with dealing with the mirror windows, but other than that, they were able to get on top of that round, but still, FURIA find the way. We are starting to see the best of the Brazilians.
And this is the mentality too, looking at Wizard too after that round, hands in the air, saying what can we do? Just this.
I think it is very much a case right now of what can we do. They've gone in there, they've got kills, they've got aggressive inside of sight, they've taken space, they've taken utility away, they bring it down to a 1v1. They even have a bit of an advantage there. As I say, Volps, he doesn't have a primary. He's on the secondary, he's the clash. He still wins out that fight with silky smooth moves.
Oh, the tango right there.
Round 5 here.
Oh, you see too here. This is even deeper. They're bringing the Cade. They're shotgunning so that you can't Habana off the Cade. You're forcing to bring that Thatcher.
Horrible.
It's bad right now. And they're not even no range breach, no breaching at all for the mining site. Fnatic is putting themselves again on the back foot with these operator lineups here.
Reloading. Cover me. Deploying heartbeat sensor.
Oh no. This is getting bad, Tim.
It's not getting good if you're a Fnatic fan. I will agree with you there, Dave. It's been a tough day for EML, and it looks like it could be getting that bit tougher. Nitro ready to go out. Does not find its mark. Deadshot gets away with that one, and we find ourselves still in a 5v5. Nitro off the board, not a bad thing.
But you see, all these rounds, they're trying to do something in the early round, and you see how much that slows their initial to the building. You take maybe 40 seconds off of the clock that they have to just care for C4, for cheese plays getting to the building. That's 40 seconds you've wasted for your late round when you're running this great lineup too. Wizard playing close on the... Maybe gonna play for a walk off. He's gonna hear it.
Loading new magazine. Heartbeat sensor.
Low ammo right now. Bonk's gonna take the fight soon. Ooh, gets a win. They're going on the top right now. 4v3 here. Pulse style. Oh, Wizard.
Those are the opportunities they've got to be taking, though. They've got to catch every man at every chance, because FURIA aren't going to give them any more chances than that. 3 versus 2 Volps. Look, they know exactly where everybody is. FURIA ticking every single box right now.
Look how confident he is, too. 7-0 here.
Throwing frag grenade.
Making vert right now. Gotta put a punch hole in the wall.
Punch that. Lyra manages to find the kill. Volps closes it out. 8-0 now. Volps having a life game at the minute, just running away with this. FURIA, the confidence is soaring. They have finally found their groove on the international stage. And I tell you what, teams in those quarterfinals are going to be looking at this and thinking, we do not want anything to do with FURIA.
And like I said, in these matches, these map 3s, you really expect your calm, your collective players, your veterans to show up. And Volts being one of just the best players going all the way back to W7M throughout his whole career. Beautiful.
And the thing is, it feels harsh of me to be saying you've got to catch the pulse when he goes, but this is the fine margins when you're playing against a team that are playing like FURIA. You get a half a millisecond chance.
Yeah.
And if you don't take it, too late. You're not going to get another one.
Because Wizards in the gap creating all this pressure, but you see Citizens sitting on the hatch, not making plays off of each other. If Wizards that deep pillar, you guys need to have like a bingo word to where if he's that deep and he can't get back out, that you're making plays and taking space off of him so you can trade game. Because you see the Mute and the Valkyrie both fighting Wizard in the Pulse too. He has 3 people pulled onto him. You need your teammates to activate and to get into the gaps. 5-0 here.
It feels like this is... It feels like a different Fnatic than the one that we've seen. I've kept saying when we see their best siege, and this is exactly it. The pressure is on. I think there's maybe a little bit of nerves up on stage for them as well. It seems to be impacting them because we have seen way better from Fnatic than we've seen over these first 5 rounds. Don't get me wrong, they've not been terrible here. FURIA have just been excellent. But Fnatic have, I think, played at this sort of level as well, but haven't really quite been able to deliver it here. I think they'll look back on this and think, you know, that's a learning curve lesson for the fact that the pressure does mount when you're in that final map. It's just a different beast. It feels different. But right now, let's get back to the action. It's round 6 and FURIA 5-0 up, starting to run away with this. Fnatic desperately need. I always say, if you're only going to win 1 round in the first half, make sure it's round 6.
Let's see here, bringing out the Clash again. Again, you just see how prevalent these C4s are on Cafe. Having the C4 ready for the stacks window and for the for the C2 window here. Having the Clash extend piano right now, having the Jaeger, I assume he's playing towards the Shy. Oh, he's hiding right now behind J-Desk. Citizen has dropped red. I don't think they have information on him. They use 2 stuns, waste them on the Clash. Only 1 stun left for the Clash. C4 goes out, Mrs. Smith's here. I don't think they know her is here. Citizen's gonna have to care. Walking down red right now. Trying to go horizontal side right now. It's all clean though. Scan comes out. They want to go side right now. Herd's gonna get down. They have him on the window cutting.
This is looking pretty good for Fnatic at the minute, but Loira says maybe not. Catches Citizen as he tries to walk in. 4 versus 4. Wizard, however, with 1 on to Loira. And that leaves us now 4 versus 3. Fnatic have got enough control inside here to start thinking about putting the diffuser down. Boxera is low health as well. Wizard will secure the plant. That's a great play from Fnatic. They spotted a bit of space. They controlled it from the window. That is more what we expect out of the EML team. Great teamwork there to get the diffuser down. 30 seconds left to go. FURIA on the retake, on the fight back, but it looks like it's going to be difficult for them. Fnatic have had time to get set now. Deadshot takes down Boxera. Long angle from Diaz. Wizard is there for the trade. 3 versus 1. Vault is 8-0 so far. You've got to expect that he's going to come away with his first death in 6 rounds. Knows that there's one in behind the train carriage. Can't find him. Wizard takes him down. If you're going to win 1 round, make sure it's round 6. Fnatic do that.
Game on. Game on. Let's see it. Smile on Citizen's face too. Doesn't tell me it's not over. Timeout coming out too. Let's see what Citizens can do. Gives this energy to his team. You see Reduct too, giving calms to the guys. Right here, you really want to calm your guys down. Because honestly, it's 0-0. You can't really think about your lead too much, because if you think about your lead too much, they're going to start clawing it back. And then if they start bringing the lead back, you know, you're going to start getting nervous. You just need to stay 0-0, 1 round at a time right now for each team here.
FURIA's attacking win rate the last 8 times that they've played Cafe is at 45%, so it's not amazing, not terrible. Those numbers would certainly be good enough to win this out, but it does also give maybe a little bit of hope, maybe a little bit of life to the Fnatic dream for the fans out there that they can run this one back. They need a 5-1 half on the defense. I think getting that round just before the halftime is perfect for them. It gives Sathas then 2 minutes on the back of it to come in and have that second opportunity to level things out and to give a little bit of a plan for how the defense is going to look. The question is, how do you play against this FURIA team right now with how well they're hitting their shots, with how few chances they're giving you? What do you do on the defense? Do you back yourself and get aggressive, or do you play that more passive style? We saw Virtus.pro do it earlier on today. It worked beautifully. Just sitting back a little bit deeper, making it difficult for them.
I think it really does depend on the bans, but obviously What doesn't is the C4 play. You need to make sure you have a little bit of aggression, and you need to make sure you have your C4s ready to just displace the windows. And having that with good combination, you can actually play aggressively if the Izami, the castle's up in the cigar side, but if they're not, you need to use your mirror, your Cade, your wall denial to kind of back your zone up into the freezer extension. And then you can also do what DZ did very well, was to use the tarp extension with the smoke and the Cade and make it even deeper of a layer and a deeper of a hard zone for the attackers to deal with. So I feel like right now Fnatic really need to make FURIA uncomfortable, and also too the Mute Mozzie game is going to be extremely huge to make sure that FURIA have no idea what operators they have. And I think that's why I want to see IQ a little bit earlier too, because if they are running a lot of Mute Mozzie, you can bring the IQ, you can just have the IQ ping the bomb site, you can scan the bomb site, you can scan any utility, so you can get the actual icons of the operators if you're running Dokubi, Deimos, just for the information, just to know what you're up against here.
Okay, the bans do come on in then. We've got the Mirror, the Izami, we've got the double shield ban. Fnatic deciding that, you know what, Volp's had enough fun back on Fortress with the shields. We're going to take a couple of them away. Volp's immediately going to lock in the Blackbeard. The question is, and the big problem for Fnatic here, can Volps do enough damage in 3 rounds on the Blackbeard to get this over the line before those bans matter?
I think that Blackbeard is really good too. You might see a B2 repellent, just being able to spearhead into the windows, call it the B2 blast. Going reading first here, the pulse for the information, the Mozzie to the 9. They already got the cam up red, 2 cams up red already. Mozzie essentially useless now here. Cam deep ticket, great information by Volps. We got the Wamai coming out here. Let's see, 2 C4s, 2 impacts, the Thorn, the Aruni. A little bit of a C1 extension. They have hard utility too to stop that, the projectile. You see Gridlock coming out, the Fuse Shield. No, going to bring the Blackbeard. Ashe, Deimos, Zofia. Could be C1 clean right now. The smoke's coming out though on the Gridlock. Ooh. Let's see what they do. It might be a little bit of a quick play.
Herds is going to be paying just as much attention to any possible peaks or runouts as Fnatic were. FURIA do not want to be losing anybody early, do not want to be giving Fnatic any way back into this. You know that they are going to be looking to just keep this pressure on. However, doesn't matter what they intend or what they want. Wizard manages to find the opener onto Box Zero and he takes down the Deimos. That is a big pick.
Going for the rush here. They have sight. Going deep. Uh-oh. Going to cross deep right now. Going to be able to stop anyone stopping the plant from above from Skylight Control right now. Gridlock going to be shutting that down. Pulls off the plant. Nades his Mozzie here. Pushes him in the laundry. Gets the kill off his teammate. Another one laundry. Gets another kill Herds. Another one drops laundry. Fish in the baler right now. Herds. Match point.
This is just absolutely beautiful coming out from FURIA. It is just clinical right now. Every step they take is the correct one. We see the battle. Deepak has attention and pressure from every single side. The cheers go up on the side of FURIA. They are 1 round away from an Esports World Cup quarterfinal.
Just clinical. Being able to spot the gap, going right for it. And that's what the best teams are going to do.
So good.
They're going to go for the heart, the jugular.
That is what I'm talking about. When I've said a few times, we've been talking about FURIA, and I've said they feel a little bit different at the minute. When we look at the meta and we look at the players we normally see, I can't remember seeing a rush that goes into that location, that goes that far through. They're always doing something a little bit different, and they just haven't been able to show it us so far at Salt Lake, here in Paris. But now, they really are bringing their A game to the table. It's translating, it's beautiful, and FURIA look like a terrifying prospect. I often talk about form at tournaments and how it's important to hit form at the right time. It's all well and good coming in and having a fantastic start. If you lose your quarterfinal because that form dips, what does it matter? If you can have maybe a bit of a rough start, it's been up and down for FURIA, but if you hit form for the last 3 or 4 games, you might just go home with a real big prize.
Let's see here. Going lower, bringing the Solus out. Tuberal, Goyo, Aruni, Fen. Not much stopping power for the shield except for the Goyo flames right now. Going for a little bit of a spawn peek. We're gonna go for a clear right now. You see this? You see the Sens bringing the cans right now. Gridlock for the flanks. Blackbeard could be a VIP take, or they might go for just a plant. He's putting early bait pressure right now, just making them respect it. They have the sledge too here. No ram coming out. Going to look to see Bonk making all the vert.
Cover me.
Only one C4-2 for that, and I think he's probably going to be playing Whiskey side for the denial here. No VIP player right now. Wizard doing a solo room too here on the Solus.
All the way up on the top floor at present. I think he's just started attracting a little bit of attention here. FURIA maybe have to adjust because they know that they cannot leave the Solus alive above because it's going to be a major problem. Does get Box here a big problem because it's the Blackbeard now that needs to get the gun out. Does take down Wizard, but the damage might already be done. They've lost the sledge. They've lost herds on that solid snake. That is a great start from Wizard up on the top floor.
Yeah, just a little bit sloppy from FURIA right there, going before the drone there. Even having the snake too, you can run them on the rappel, like I said, get all of the information for free. Going a bit faster here, gonna go for a VIP clean right now. Walk in the hall, gets the kill. Yep, 6-2 here.
Brilliant from Citizen, nice double just to make sure that Fnatic get this one over the line. Diaz with 1:30 left on the clock, so he does have the seconds at least, but he certainly doesn't have the manpower. Will take the challenge on through sight, knows that there's one there because they've been shooting at him. They're going to lie prone, does pick up dead shot, 1 versus 3, 1:20. Diaz getting a little bit carried away there maybe, just checking that crouch key, but we're going to have challengers coming in from multiple angles here. Fnatic just need to play this smart. Hang on a minute. 1v3 becomes 1v2. A little bit of a problem brewing for Fnatic and plenty of time for Diaz.
Let's see if he can keep this pace going. One prone sink. Does have a track stinger if he wants to use for it. No nades left here. Needs to kill the info. Once you kill the info in the clutch, it really forces your opponents to have to solve in that actual round, and you become a ghost to them here. Info's gone. It's all on the people and the information they hear. Throws a track singer, wastes it. One freezer, one sink. Playing the crossfire, baits his shot, so he's focused on freeze here. Trying to just allow his teammate no room. He gets doesn't see the shoulder. He's gonna peek. Whoa.
Well closed out there by Fnatic. It was getting a little bit close for comfort at the end, but Diaz being below half health there, always going to be a tough one. Just misses the elbow of the FURIA as well. That could have maybe made the world of difference had he seen that and been able to pre-fire him, but ultimately Fnatic get the round. 6-2, 4 more to go for them if they want to get us into overtime. FURIA just getting a little bit ahead of themselves there, Dave, maybe?
Of course, yeah. He's not really using the drone. You see the drone going out. He gets 2 kills before the drone gets there, even though you have the snake to be able to go on the outside of the rappel just to scan that guy, get that information for free without even having a drone, without even having to put anyone on the line for it. Just making sure they take their step 1 clean. Let's see right here, going back reading. Running a similar lineup right now to not this Tuberal. Could see for them to layer tarp right now, try to stall at that point in the round. See the Ram, Buck, going to be a vertical take right now. Sophia coming out too. Should be a slow vert take here. Gonna have to look for the C1 clear, especially with this Rooney being up. Wizard gonna get aggressive. Wizard's a player to look for too this round.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
An extension with the pulse for the information. The snake coming out too. He can get the information from train side and above here. Let's see.
It's just reinforcing the wall there that he will likely play behind inside of Train, and he'll just hold out that scanner, get all the information from above him, but also from that window should the push come in from that side. I think that's something that Fnatic are cautious of, given that it was something that they benefited from themselves, being able to work their way in from the mining side. For the time being, the pressure and attention is all going to be top floor. FURIA want to clear this out. I think the Ooh, a great opener again. However, Hertz does manage to find one for himself, but it is too much from FURIA. They are forcing the issue right now, Dave, and they are being punished for it. Fnatic close that out inside 20 seconds. FURIA, surely they've got to calm down.
He's safe to saying 1 round at a time too, getting his guys back in it. Yeah, they just need to work it a little bit slower right now.
Surely if FURIA just come in with a round that is solid, they just tick the boxes, they take the space, they get the kills. Surely that's how they get this over the line, because right now they are just running headlong at this wall and bouncing back off it. It ain't working.
See if they brand the Blackbird. Okay, Pulse Snake down here. Pulse just to kill the information, hurt the heart, like the information on the repels here. Should see a lot more Val coming out. Not gonna bring the Val, gonna switch into the Cade. Let's see here. Tuber out 2, little Cade tube strategy. It's gonna be nice. Should be playing for a layer here. Solus. Early aggression right now. I just want to see FURIA just try to milk this. Try to make Fnatic make the mistake in the round. I feel like they're not really giving themselves much capability in the round. Going for that initial play really just puts you, like, we have to win the round on this play. If not, there's really not much else we can do here. So look to slow it down here.
I think it's just, you know, apply the pressure to Fnatic, make them sweat, bring the nerves back. You know, Fnatic are now kind of playing without nerves. It's, you know, and I mean this in a good way, it's like they're kind of playing like they've already lost. You know what? The nerves have gone now. They've lifted because in our minds this is done, so we're just playing it out. But it's actually doing them the world of good because it's allowing them that focus on just one round at a time. I just click on the person that's in front of me and we move on in the round. So FURIA, I feel like, need to find a way to bring those nerves back, bring that sweating back, force them to think about it, you know, go in there, like I say, take their time a little bit. We're seeing rounds over within the first minute, 10 minute, 20 seconds. Use that time that's available.
This looks like a slow clear though. The Habana coming out for the hatchwork, Nomad 2 for the east balcony, the Sledge for the vert, Grillock for the flanks, Grims to displace on the top floor. They have redundancy in the cans and the Habana here, so should be a nice round coming out. Really going to depend on the mid round, how Fnatic want to react.
I think we're going to see much more, what I'm saying, from FURIA, much more of that kind of measured approach and a quote-unquote proper attack here on Cafe rather than the attempt at a rush. It's going to be trying to get top floor control to begin with. The Gridlock using the Super Shorty to open up that piano wall. That's going to give access. Drones going in, making sure that top floor is clear. Diaz takes a lot of damage on the Nomad there. I think that was a Nitro that went up from Smith. Didn't quite find it smart, but again, it all sends a message.
Grimming right now. Epic on scan. Entry Cigar, they've already given the top floor right now. 1 minute 40 here. They have time to make Sledge vert right now. It's just depending to pick or execute. A lot of times you're going to play for the lower red retake. You're going to have the guy playing for the brown retake. They're going to be kind of on the outskirts of the heart of the strategy of the A bomb of the B bomb site. So sometimes I like taking the pace down the hatch, through the window, kind of going away from the retake potential and kind of forcing their hand here. They nade the Cade off. Beautiful work there. Counter out the strategy. They put another Cade down. Another nade gonna come out here. Trying to peek up off that. They're gonna get the hatch here. Only Tubes can deny now. Zoda Cannon comes out here. They can deny to this back dining wall also, but they have cans for it, so they have enough breaching. Putting all the vert. Let's see the entropy 2. Wizard playing reading side right now. 2 dining side. They're really congested right now. He's going to go basement, take space basement side right now. Keeping one reading side here is going to be important. And having another floater here. Look to Citizen. Great kill on Smiths. Great, gets a dining repel pressure. They're in the site.
Pressure from FURIA though. Volps manages to get himself a double. It is that man once again. Goes in, starts putting the diffuser down. Is the cover there? Solis might just be too far away to do anything about this. He is, and that's going to be the plant secured. Fnatic now, they are on the retake. They need to find the next couple of kills at least. It doesn't go their way as Volps manages to get Deepek. The trade is there. Herds, Diaz is low health. Remember that Nitro from the beginning. Smith might have won this round before it even really begun. There is a long shot coming in. Herds taken down. It's all up to Diaz. He's low health. 18 seconds. Deadshot's going for it, and it just takes one shot from Fnatic to complete the retake. They get another round. They get another chance. They get another 3 minutes here at the Esports World Cup at least.
Dining window, guys. Dining window stops that bomb. You got to be able to identify your win con faster here. Great round from Fnatic, making it work, staying calm in that retake. 6-4. Oh, this is where it starts to build for FURIA. That lead starts to get close. Your coach takes a timeout, allows Sathis back into the comms of Fnatic, gives them that hope. The game's starting to switch right now.
That's it. Sathis can now just be reinforcing that message of, look, this is working. What we've spoken about at half-time is paying off. We just need to keep going. We're on top of him. I'm sure he's going to be saying, you're in their heads, boys. The energy's dropping. They're starting to doubt themselves. And I think on the side of FURIA, that is going to be the emotion. The doubt is going to start creeping in at this point. You've only got 2 rounds. You had 4. You were sitting pretty. Half of them have gone. And you are only a short time away from going to some extra rounds. We predicted Cafe was going to be close. I think at this point, we can say that it is. However it finishes, 7-4, 7-5, 6-0, however it goes, it is a close matchup. Fnatic, I'm really glad to see fighting their way back into this one.
Tim, in my head, before the game, I was thinking 7-4. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. To Fnatic, yeah?
No, for FURIA.
Okay.
I was thinking 7-4, and we're here. Going to be hiding. No, he's looking for the drone hole. Bringing the Valk right now. Going to hide the Valk here, okay. Let's see. Swapping off the Soul is going to be more of a horizontal extend. Should see Wizard playing VIP side, see Citizen playing the lower brown side here. Going to be see double reinforcement usually coming out on these coffee walls, so you can play bunker. They're going to make it rotate there here. Sledge coming out, switching to the Ace. Could be a bake side play, getting small open right now. Glass coming out, Capita coming out, Twitch coming out too. Going to be something bake side, horizontal side here.
Going to be playing into Fnatic's defense, as you say, not really too much of a vertical presence for them. The Solace of Wizard last time really didn't have any impact in the round. They still got the win, but ultimately it wasn't really a strategy that worked for them. So Fnatic decided to change that up and play a lot more horizontally, which could mean that FURIA are going to have a problem. Nitro ready to go from Deadshot. I think he's just waiting for a little bit of information, a little bit of sound. Needs to be careful here, but as they edge ever closer, FURIA might just give an opportunity. They are drawn in at the minute. Nitro goes out, does not find its mark. Boxera does well there just to avoid any damage.
Yep, look at the hop small here. In bake already.
This is quick.
This is bad for Fnatic, giving them this control. You got to relax right now, not flood kills. Ace gonna come in and get all these walls open to put pressure on the smoke. Already used 2 canisters right now. Gonna use a third too. Oh. It's gonna be tough here. No stall potential in the late run right now. 2 C4s, but Smith is on 1 HP here. Citizen's deep. Gonna destroy the pipe. Stop the power. Or putting pressure on the VIP side, making them have to stay. Deadshot 2 on the top. Gonna be flanking to take lower red right now. One playing Sinks. Does a lot of damage to Volbs. Plan's gonna be a lot harder here. But on a small walk. He has cope control though. Oh no. Oh no. Do they know?
Deadshot's position up above could be vital in this round. FURIA deciding to leave him up there for the time being. Wizard's going to take a little bit of chip damage as well, but there goes Diaz on the glass. Beautiful from Lyra. It looks like it's all coming up FURIA as Boxera manages to take down 1 Hertz. They could do this in flawless fashion. The diffuser is down. Deadshot now has to fight his way back in. Fnatic on the verge of losing here at the Esports World Cup and seeing their key crushed. Lyra knows that it's Brown Stairs, knows that he's going to come around the corner. I love that. Sends a nade out. I don't need to take the challenge. I can just force him away. I can make him rethink it. There's about 10 seconds left. This is practically impossible for Deadshot to get this done now for Fnatic. I think he knows that it's over. He knows that the net is tightening. There comes the first challenge. He at least stops the flawless round, taking down the Capitao. It is over. Fnatic will be going home. FURIA are your next Esports World Cup quarter-finalists.
What a game.